as I get this all sorted. We are live. Hey guys, how you going? So today on Big Ass Sport, we are here for the next A-League game between the Wellington Phoenix and Western Sydney Wanderers. Now, I was obviously meant to do that Victory vs Jets game, but I was editing the vlog. I've pinned the vlog for you guys to see over there from when I was at the Sydney FC versus Brisbane Roar game last night. That was a 0-0. Not the most enthralling of games, but at least the Brisbane boys, we go up to number 2. But in today's game, guys, Wellington Phoenix versus the Western Sydney Wanderers. It should be a decent game, to be honest with you. You know, Wellington Phoenix are technically at home, despite the fact they're in Wollongong. They've actually never won a home game whilst being in Australia and having their home game as technically, I guess, as an away game. The Wanderers, on the other hand, you know, they're travelling down to Wollongong and they're pretty high on themselves right now. You know, they are moving it. They're kind of grinding. They're kind of just getting results. And, you know, they're going to have a few inclusions as well with Duke coming back as well, which should be quite interesting to say the least. I do think they'll probably win today, the Wanderers. I do think, well, you know what? I'm going to go draw here. You know what? I'm going to go damn well draw here, son. But for Wellington, Sale is the keeper with Fenton, Payne, McGing, McGarry, Rufer, Lewis, Maradovic, De Villa, Piscopo, and Wayne. So, wow, lots of changes here for the Wellington Phoenix side. You know, Marinovic is now on the bench, which is quite interesting for Sale. So, they've swapped around the doesn't matter, whoopa, you know, with the goalkeepers there. Redention will be coming off the bench too. So, wow, lots of changes here with this Wellington team. They obviously haven't been getting the results this season, so I get it, but gee whiz. Pattycat says, Duke on the bench, I'm horny. Well, there you go. Western Sydney Wanderers here have got Margush as their keeper with Russell, Gordon, McGowan, Natta, Wilmering, O'Doherty, Muller, Buckus, Yaboa, and Abini. And that is the starting lineup for them. So they're going with basically like a 5-3-2, I'd say. That's basically what they kind of... They do mix it up a little bit, but that's predominantly kind of what they go with. Ali Muhammad says, Liverpool lost to Everton. I know, baby. I know, and I love it, boy. I love it. Baby Cat says, sold out away section for Western Sydney Wanderers. I was very close to going down today. I was very close to going to Wollongong, but I just I couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you. I did a vlog last night. You know, we chuck out that vlog and now we stream today. So, you know, have a bit of a crack. Lord Zachary says, hey Blaze, what would you do if you're on Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay? That is the most random question ever for a Western Sydney Wanderers and Wellington Phoenix stream. Husam, the Shabby says, who do you think will win? I'm going to draw. I've been pretty good with my tips this week, to be honest with you. I tipped Adelaide and everyone was like, you're crazy. And you know what? I'm not crazy. They win at a game. I did tip either raw or draw. I know, obviously, I did say raw, but I mainly said draw. I said raw or draw, but I said probably going to be a draw because both teams are going to equal each other out. And it's probably the best chance for Raw to get a result this week against Sydney, which we haven't gotten a result in Sydney for a long time. And guess what? We got a 0-0 draw. So that's technically a result. I said that was probably going to be a draw between Western United and Macarthur, but I did say that if anyone was going to win that one, it was going to be Western United, even though no one believed me. And then I said the Jets would beat Victory, and they just did just now beating them 1-0. That was a pretty easy one, though. So I'm pretty happy to go with a draw here, but in the same sense, if anyone's going to win it, it's going to be the Western Sydney Wanderers, considering the fact that Wellington have never won a home game away from New Zealand. Darnell says, great vlog, Blaze. Appreciate it, man. We're going to be absolutely smashing the vlogs out very soon. Obviously, this weekend I could only do one, but, you know, we'll be... I'm looking forward to getting back into it. And obviously, the NRL coming up soon, you know, the AFL coming soon, and obviously A-League, you know, which is grinding along, so it should be good. But let me know your score predictions in the chat, guys. I'm going to go with you know what, I'm going to go 2-2. I reckon this could be a high-scoring one. You know, we've had a couple of low scorers. You know, we had the 0-0 last night. We have the 1-0 today. So, you know what, let's go with a bit of 2-2. There's a decent crowd here. Jeez, I love the Mexican support for Ulises De Villa in this league, eh? I really do. I love the Mexican support for Ulises De Villa in this league. Especially considering that Mexico is a long way from here. A long way from here. Lord Zachary says, did you watch the All-Stars yesterday? What the hell was that? 10 points all. I was actually at the Brisbane Roar vs Sydney FC game. The vlog that I put out an hour ago is in the pinned comment. Charlie Johnson says, oh, Everton. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. A good friend of mine is actually an Everton fan too, Daniel Beswick. He will be having a good day today, my friends. He'll be having a very good day today. And as a City fan, I'm telling you right now, we're a happy bunch. We are a happy bunch, even though they weren't really in it anyway. That's going to be... that's a free kick, maybe. It will be a free kick here. Will be a free kick here to Western Sydney Wanderers. Ooh, a dangerous position here. Dangerous position. Don't forget, guys, smack that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new around here. The next stream, I think we're actually got on Tuesday. Who plays on Tuesday? I think it's actually a big one, actually. It's, yeah, that's right. Sydney FC and Melbourne City. Yeah, it should be good. Declan Smith says, Wellington with a surprise win for me, 2-1. I get a feeling. I do. This weekend's been all about the surprise. This weekend it's been a lot of surprises. You know, we saw the Adelaide. You know, we saw Western United. Even Brisbane Roar got a sneaky result. I don't think Newcastle Jets did a sneaky result, but, you know, it has been the weekend of surprises. I guess it's been the season of surprises overall, to be honest with you. So 2 minutes gone here. It is 0-0, obviously. If it wasn't, then there'd be something wrong. But Wanderers here with a chance. They're going to whip it in. Chancey! Oh my God, that was actually a good opportunity, but it will go out for a goal kick, I think. No, it's another corner, sorry. It's another corner. William Brown says, what do you think of the shocking refereeing on Friday night? At the time, man, I actually thought it was fine. But when I've gone back and had a look at it, I also spoke to one of the referees last night, funnily enough. Not one of the guys who actually refereed, but one of the referees from the Brisbane Roar Sydney FC game as they were walking out. And he basically said that, you know, the VAR needs work. The first one, look, at first glance, I thought the first one was a penalty because he does stick his leg out, but in the same sense, the way they discussed it with the hold on one second, corner Wanderers, it's inside the box. No, that's terrible. Absolutely shocking. The way they explained it, it makes sense is that's not a penalty. And the second one's not a penalty. I don't know why I thought that was a penalty at the time. I must have just been too distracted by talking to the chat and talking, you know, just in general. Second one's not a penalty. Third one's 100% a penalty, and anyone who argues it is an idiot. But the first one is definitely controversial. Second one's definitely not a penalty. The third one is definitely a penalty. So there you go. Adrian Pinocchi says Wanderers. He's getting around the yellow Wanderers. Marion Douglas says, here, Blaze, I missed you at the City-Brisbane game. What were your thoughts on the game? Well, if you want to know, you can check out my vlog when I was at the game. It's in the pinned comment. Guys, if you don't see a stream during a day, usually that'll mean that I'm at a game. So yeah, if you want to know my thoughts on the game, I talked to Ryan Grant. I had a chat with Warren Moon, the Brisbane Roar coach as well. So that was good. But Wellington here with a chance. Wellington here. No, that's going to be defended by the Wanderers. Braithwaite was the shittest game ever over the NRL. Yeah, a friend of mine was telling me that it was good, and I was like, I'm not getting rave reviews about it. Like, I'm not hearing many people talking it up too much, but, you know. 10-10 doesn't exactly look like the most enthralling, and that should be another Wanderers corner here. Jeez. They're getting corner after damn well corner. There you are, just buddy getting them. So, Wanderers here on the attack again. Look, I think for Wellington, man, they've just got to get back to the basics at the moment, man. Like, they're seriously just struggling in general to just get something going as a you know, fluid team, or just get something going in kind of general. Like, it's really strange that this team, who has such quality in the actual lineup, can't get any kind of fluid motion whatsoever. They just can't do it. So, there's a chance here, and that is going to be a complete miss. Still here with the Wanderers, though. Still here with the Wanderers. Have a crack. Okay, bad pass. Here we go. Oh, bounced it off again. Jeez, this is all over the shop. This is absolutely all over the shop, son. Sorry, guys. I'm just getting the comment section up here on my phone. And bingo. There we go. And that's gone out. Wanderers this year, lads, I'm not too impressed. I'm not really too impressed here with the Wanderers so far this year. Look, they're getting results, I guess, but they're not really playing anyone of note. And when they do play someone of note, it's not exactly exciting football. I think that they really need to work on their attack, as we've been saying all season long. You know, Bernie Benny just hasn't really been working out, and no, obviously Duke's coming back, but you know, we're going to still see him do the job. You know, like we saw. I guess Bobo came back in for one little 30-minute stint last night, but he didn't do anything. So, you know, it's as great as people have been in the past, you've still got to wait for them to actually go and do it again. You've still got to wait for them to actually go do it again before you can actually back it in 100%. Paddy Cat says, we win tonight, we go second. I would probably disagree with that, because if I go and have a look at the table, I would safely assume that you've played more games than the Brisbane Roar. And probably, yeah, you definitely have played more games than Sydney FC. So, yeah, second, but you're not really second. You're second, but you're not really second. Comprende? Huh? You want to talk to me? I don't dare you talk to me about bloody being above the rule, my friend. I got it. I know my stuff, son. Oh, I know my stuff. Wellington here with a chance. Wellington here. Oh, this could be oh my God, it's going to be a corner, but geez, Wellington actually should have scored there. Brennan Westling says, Marion Douglas says, I also haven't seen your power rankings from Wednesday. Am I missing something? No, there was technical difficulties there. I tried to put that out, but unfortunately I couldn't. So they'll come back on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I had technical difficulties last Wednesday. Brendan Westling says, the Raw game was better than the NRL All-Star games in my opinion. The only memorable part for me was Joe Martin's intercept. Well, obviously, like I said, I didn't get to watch that All-Stars game. Look at the Mexican fans behind the goal. I love it. That's bloody awesome. Wellington here with a chance. Straight off. Oh, he's going to be smacked away there by Margouche. Oh my God, that was actually a really good opportunity again for Wellington. This is what I'm saying. Wellington get a lot of opportunities. They get a lot of shots. They get a lot of, attacking football going. But they don't actually know how to put the ball in the back of the damn well net. That is the damn well problem with them. And that's why I do worry for the Wanderers a little bit, because they're not really special necessarily in any specific area of the field so far this season. I wouldn't class them one of the better teams on the attack. I wouldn't say necessarily their midfield, that's a free kick to Wellington for sure. I wouldn't necessarily say their midfield is one of the best in the competition so far. Their defense has been okay, it's been fine, but in the same sense, I think there are still better teams in the defense. And then obviously, I wouldn't be classing Margouche as the best keeper in the bloody A-League. So, point out is that they're really lacking an identity for me right now in regards to this season specifically. There's no real kind of area that I can safely say is just where they absolutely dominate in, from my personal beliefs. Amelia K says, come on, Wanderers. There you go, getting around the L, Wanderers. Brendan Westling says, Bobo who? Yeah, I spoke to him last night. I spoke to him after the game. It didn't get into the vlog because, unfortunately, the audio messed up there. Someone was doing some stupid clicking in behind the bloody camera. It was annoying the shit out of me. Wellington here. Should be a goal. Wellington. Oh, it's a goal. Wellington has scored. It's 1-0. Wellington have scored. It's 1-0 Wellington. It is 1-0 Wellington. I told you. They bloody attack and attack and attack. They just need that opportunity to fall, and they finally have an opportunity that's fallen, and it is 1-0 to Wellington. It is 1-0 to Wellington. Early days here. Jeez, you would be spewing if you're a Wanderers fan, because that is just all over shop. That defense is just horrific. Oh, no. Look, Margouche does his job. He does his job. He gets his first stop, and then it just ricochets perfectly for Muradovic. But, that's terrible defending. That's absolutely shocking defending. So 1-0 here, Wellington Phoenix, and not looking good here early days of the old Wanderers. Not looking good here. William Brown says, who's winning the Golden Boot for you this season? Okay, so who scored the 1-0? Who scored the goal in the Newcastle game? Because I know Alu Kual's obviously up there right now. I genuinely believe he could do it. I think that he's very good off the bench there. I don't have any of the Raw lads doing it. I don't have anyone from Sydney FC, Western Sydney Wanderers doing it. I still don't even have anyone from Sydney FC doing it, to be honest with you. There's no specific person necessarily at Sydney FC that could, float my boat to say they're going to be have the most goals this season. Adelaide, no. Tommy Urich, no. Perth Glory, someone from Perth maybe, but in the same sense, they share it around. There's a lot of mouths to feed in Perth, so it's going to be difficult to see one specific player get it. I wouldn't say no to Alu Kual at this stage. I wouldn't be saying no to Alu Kual. Considering he is mainly their guy to obviously score. Here we go. Wellington here with another chance. No, it goes out for a throw-in. Considering that Alu Kual is basically the only guy there that they really can rely on for consistent goals. You look at Sydney FC, there's multiple guys. You look at most teams, there's multiple people, but with the Mariners, realistically, it is mainly just Alu Kual. So that's usually what you have to look for when it comes to Golden Boot. It's not necessarily the actual best player overall. It's just who's in the best system for them to score goals. Which I guess you can class the best player, but realistically, we're not saying here that Alu Kual is the best player, best striker, best attacker, but he still definitely has a really good and possibly the best opportunity to get the most goals this season across any club. Here we go, Wanderers here. No, Phoenix clear it away. Ailey Freak says, go Tottenham. You liked my Instagram story yesterday, man? Declan Smith says, Thurgate scored for Newcastle. There you go. West Ham will beat Tottenham. Come on, you Irons. Tottenham a bunch of bottle jobs. I think Tottenham probably win, but in the same sense, I'm just waiting for West Ham to collapse. They'll still make top 10, but I'm just waiting for them to, falter towards the end of the season, to be honest with you. But 10 minutes gone here, guys, and that pass from Rollington was shocking. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new around here. And obviously check out the latest vlog if you haven't already, from the Brisbane Raw game last night. I can spell Tottenham right. You'd hope so. It's basically just how it sounds. Brendan Westling says, Bobo gets a 30-minute stint last night and receives a formal introduction to Tom Aldred with a friendly reminder from Jamie Young. But Jamie Young, he's just so good, man. You just expect it. You just expect that kind of performance from him, though. He's just unbelievable. Redmayne didn't get caught on much, but he still had a pretty good game last night. There was still a couple of shots that were close to him. Raw weren't that great on the attack in front. I've been telling you this all year, though. No one liked to listen to me. No one liked to listen to me. Everyone always complain about me, but I keep saying things that happen to be true. People are like, oh, look, Brisbane Roar, buddy, scoring 100 goals so far. I'm like, yeah, cool. We played, buddy, what, Victory, Adelaide, like, buddy, Newcastle. Like, I was waiting for us to play a good team, and we played a good team last night, but we still didn't score. Oh, Wellington with a chance. Piscopo. Oh, that's a good tackle. That's a great tackle. That's a great tackle by Wanderers there. I can't remember who made the tackle, but geez, that was a good tackle. But yeah, we finally play a good team that can defend. Not the greatest necessarily defending, but in the same sense can still defend. You know, the back-to-back champions, and we still didn't score. We kept them out because our defense is one of the better in the league, straight up. But unfortunately, just don't have the attackers. Nikki Mariazzani says, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, brother. Yes, over halftime. Hello, guys, I'm from Zimbabwe. Well, hey, get around Zimbabwe. I think you're probably the first person that's ever been watching from Zimbabwe. Good on you. Appreciate you. So, what do you got on? You got over halftime. Over what? Over 0.5 or over 2.5? Or I hope it's not over 2.5, but then again, it could happen. I did predict a 2-2 draw here, so... But then again, the Wanderers, you don't want to be backing them in to be chasing a scoreline. You want to be backing them in to score early and then kind of being able to rely on their, I guess, you know, I don't actually know how to explain the Wanderers this year. I don't know how to explain the Wanderers this year. Brendan Westing says, scoring loads of goals against dud teams means we have it in us to get the job done against those sides. The actual good sides, though, our attack needs more of a think in some places. Yeah, but we also played the Newcastle Jets last week, and I'm starting to get annoyed at how many people are talking up the Jets. You know, it's funny how the first part of this season, I was being like, hey guys, the Jets are actually pretty damn well good. You know, they're not pretty damn well good. They're better than everyone's saying. They're not going to come last. They'll still probably come 10th or 11th, which they probably still will, but they're not as bad as you imagine, right? I've been saying that for so long, and everyone was like, oh, they'll still probably come last. Next minute, obviously, they're starting to win a couple of games here or there, and people are like, wait a second, these guys aren't that bad. I'm like, well, no shit, Sherlock. And then, you know, now, because of that win against the Victory, people are like, wow, this team can actually make the finals. Please shush. Please shush. This team's not making the damn well finals. You know, they're better than what people predicted them to be. They've got a pretty strong team through the midfield and through their defence that is really holding down games and frustrating opponents. But you have a look at their last couple of wins, and they're against teams that are just horrific. You know, Victory coming last. Melbourne City may as well come 11th this season the way they've been playing. You know, they played the Brisbane Roar, and they genuinely looked terrible, but the Roar just couldn't score against them. And that just shows how good defensively they are. This team is not a finals team. If they get to the finals, then they get knocked out straight away. But they're just not as bad as people would imagine them to be. So it's really annoying me, actually, how many people are starting to talk them up. So I'm kind of switcherooing my thought process in regards to that. Nikki says, I hope one more goal again. Oh, you want 2 goals this half? Well, there's been attacking so far from both teams. The Wanderers have attacked, and Wellington have attacked as well. So, you know, you definitely could see another goal here in this half. You could even see 2, to be honest with you. I don't think it'll happen, but this is the A-League. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Sagal Dayal says, hi. Hello, Sagal. How you doing? So, Wanderers here with a chance. Oh, here we go. Whipping it outside. Oh, inside. Chance here, Benny. Oh, Benny's going to fall over there in the box. She fell over. Unfortunately, won't be able to do that one. Declan Smith said, they just turned on KO and saw the fans behind the goal. Great. So, yeah, they're all Mexican fans getting around Tavia, too. Obviously, they're probably getting around Wellington, too, but in the same sense, like, you know, they've got a few Mexican flags there. Tate Russell gets a yellow card, by the way, for the Wanderers. Tate Russell will get the yellow card. But no, I spoke to Warren Moon last night, and you know we had a good chat about. Well, you guys would see what we chat about on the vlog. We spoke a little bit off it too, but you know we just spoke about the fact that the players just need to believe that you know they've got what it takes to compete with the best, because they've come into the season not believing that. They came into the season thinking that they're just an average team, you know, outside the finals, which everyone believed them. So of course, if everyone's saying it, you're going to somewhat believe it in your mind. So he's just basically trying to get it out of them to say, you know what, lads, like, look at the way you started the season. You have the ability. Oh my God, he's having a shot. Oh my goodness, man, what are you, buddy, doing, son? Lewis, buddy, relax, buddy. Buddy, Lewis, hold on a second, champion. I'm in the middle of a discussion point. You take a shot from bloody nowhere land. My goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Oh, Wellington with a chance. Wanderers are playing horrifically at the back today. Have a crack, my friend. Have a crack. Piscopo off the post. Oh my God, we've seen a lot of post hits this weekend, but oh my God, Piscopo with an absolute rocket there. Well, not even a rocket, it just curled. It just curled and hit the post. Jeez, that was close. It was close, mate. Buddy, Wellington looking not too bad in this game, mate. Wellington not looking too bad. Oh, That Lewis shot was stupid, but this one from Buddy Piscopo, oh my God, that would have been a rocket of a Buddy goal. That would have been an absolute rocket of a goal if that went top right corner there. Segal Dial says Barbarouses should play for Wellington Phoenix. Why should Barbarouses be playing for Wellington Phoenix? Why? Why should Barbarouses be playing with the Wellington Phoenix there? Declan Smith says, Buddy, what a strike. Yeah, man, buddy. Cracking on, son. Jason Sylvester says, hey, hello, Jason. How you doing, champion? All right, hold on one second. Just getting up the KO again. All right, 17.5 minutes gone here. Wellington definitely on the attack here. Definitely the better team here so far. You know, they're flying. Considering how they've played so far this season. No, you know what? I guess this is actually very similar to how they've played so far this season. I wouldn't say there's too much of a change at all. They just obviously they've put away one of their opportunities. This is exactly how they've continued to go. They just haven't been lucky enough to actually put it in the back of the net. So they're doing exactly what they've been doing. So this isn't really necessarily a surprise per se. It just means that they've actually finally been able to say, you know what, we're going to actually, buddy, have a crack today on the attacking front. Because defensively, they haven't been that bad, sorry. I don't think they've been that bad. How many goals they conceded this year? Not many. What, they conceded 2 to the Sydney FC. They conceded 1 to the Mariners. Oh, they conceded 2 to the Mariners last week. That was unlucky, though. No, they haven't been that bad defensively. It's just been on the and attacking front. They've been fine. I guess it's just been probably the distribution from the midfield that's really let them down so far this season. All right, Wellington with a chance again. Here we go. No, that's going to be easily cleared away there. Yep, right over to the sideline there. Right over the sideline. So Galdial says, well, you're getting around the Phoenix, are you? Well, you're looking the goods right now, but only 19 minutes in here, so... It's a good crowd there, though. Like, obviously, you can't... Obviously, the two ends of the field isn't that great besides the fans right behind the goal, but... You know, it's a pretty good crowd there on the sides. You don't get to see the sides, unfortunately, though, because of the cameras. They only show the beach side where I don't even believe you're allowed to sit. I can't see anyone over on the hill anymore. Kid with ADHD says, who do you support? Brisbane Roar, man. I was at the game last night getting around my Roar boys. But in this game, I said 2-2 draw. But it's, you know, it's consistently starting to look a little bit more like Wellington could go up 2-0 here. And I'm not too sure the Wanderers can chase a 2-0 deficit. I think if Wellington go up 2-0, I just don't know if the Wanderers have enough in them to actually chase a 2-0 lead. I would have thought that if they were going to take a 2-0 lead, like, if they're going to get 2 goals, I would have thought they would have had to have probably... Well, they would need to equalise here first, basically. I just think Wellington, considering how poor their season has been so far, they'll run away with it if they get another goal. They'll run away with it. Declan Smith says, if Western Sydney Wanderers lose, I expect a rigged comment from Pato Cat. Yeah, Pato Cat will get around buddy rigged comment. We always get rigged comments on here. Marion Douglas says, hey, Barbarouses is out. Sydney is sky blue. Didn't have a good game last night, though, unfortunately. See, Brisbane Roar's defence just really prevented that Sydney FC team from doing anything. Oh, here we go. Wellington here with a chance. Wellington with a chance to be a good tackle there by... Oh, chance here again. Oh, it's going to be deflected, but it's going to go back out here for Devere on the left-hand side. And that's over the top and straight to Russell, who just does not clear that away good at all. Oh, my God. The Wellington Phoenix is just pumping. They're peppering, son. Buddy, peppering, son. My goodness me. No, Sydney FC just really struggled last night in regards to getting some really good opportunities. Yes, they hit the post a couple of times, but, you know, people really, you know, they really overestimate the post hits. Like, obviously a post hit means it's close, but in the same sense, it's still a miss. You know what I mean? It's still a miss, right? People overrate post hits just like, it's like it's an absolutely massive achievement for a post hit. Like, of course, it means it's incredibly close, but it doesn't make it anywhere better of a shot than one that missed by 10 yards. Like, the same result happened. No goal. You know what I mean? So, here we go. Chance here with the Wanderers. No, okay, cut back here. Oh, here we go. It's a crack, and it goes over the top. Terrible shot. Absolutely shocking shot. Carlos Scheller says, never know your hair was so long until I watched the vlog. Well, it is now. I haven't got a haircut yet, but I haven't got a haircut. I've just kept it going. I was thinking if I should grow it long or just, buddy... I never used to have it like this. Well, when I was like 16, I had like hair down here, but recently I've obviously had the shaven sides and just the top part, but I don't know what kind of haircut I'm going to get next. I think I'm just waiting until I know what haircut I want to get next, and then I'll get a haircut. But yeah, it's pretty long at the moment, yeah. Aiden Buster's victory played a shambolic performance. I've been trying to tell people Victory are not good this year. They are not good. People don't care. You start to care. Declan Smith says, is hitting the post count as a shot on target? I never know if they do or not. I don't think so. I would hope not. Because it's not. A shot on target would mean that either the keeper saves it or it's a goal. So I would safely assume no. Aiden Bastard, shut up, Victory, a good team. I would say that the league table probably has a different opinion to that, my friend. I would say the league table would probably differentiate that opinion. But, if you want to keep believing your team's good like it was, 2-3 years ago, it's corner here for Wanderers, by the way. If you want to keep believing that, that's fine. But you're the one who's going to hurt, not me. I'm just here to tell you the truth, man. Victory coming last this year. Been trying to tell people, buddy, since the start of the season. They don't have the same team as before. There's no real kind of special man. McManaman's good, but he's not someone who's going to change the team completely. The Victory are very much going to struggle this year. They just don't have the direction. They have no defense, really. Their defense is okay, I guess, but it's not good. Their midfield is just and their attack is bland as. I don't mind Bremer, but he's also not exactly a bang-bang. So chance here for the Wanderers from the corner. It's going to be on target. No, cleared away there by the Phoenix. Adrian Tan says, can Wellington win? Well, they're currently up 1-0, so you'd probably safely say they have a good chance, but that's going to be saved. That was a good shot there from the Wanderers, though. Very good shot there by the Wanderers, but it will be saved by Sale, I think it is. Sale's usually the backup keeper for Wellington. I wonder why they took out their starter. But look, I'll still go draw. I still think this is a difficult game, man. That's gonna be a hang. Oh, no, it's gonna be a free kick. Wow. This is a difficult game to predict from this point. Like, I liked a 2-2 draw before the game started, but I was thinking that Wanderers were going to score first. And Wellington scored first here very early days. So, considering when there's a team that is so far down in the dumps like this team has been so far this season, usually you'd expect them to hold out and have a significant crack for the rest of the game to get their first win, especially considering they've never had a... Have they even had a win this year? Oh, they had one win, but it was away. I think it was against Central Coast. Maybe. Anyway, point of the matter is that they'd want their first home win anyway. Aiden Barsbury said we don't have a good performance, but you forgot about Broxham. I mean defence. Mate, you're losing every game. That means you don't have a good defence. It doesn't matter about one player. A defence is all players in the back line. I don't care about one player. It's like saying, buddy, let me have a think of an example. No, I don't care about Broxham. Anyone who's in that Victory defense right now is going to be classed as horrific until that team, improves. A defense isn't one person. I couldn't care less about one person. It's about how the team performs. And considering you're losing every game, that means you're either giving up 1 or 2 goals per game, and you're probably not. And if you're giving up 2 goals, that means you're only scoring 1 or 0. And if you're giving up 1 and still losing, that means you're not scoring any. So, it's pretty self-explanatory here, man. Like I said, if you want to believe Victory good and they're going to do something this year, be my guest. That's your choice. Hate the message, shoot the messenger all you like. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing and what everyone else is seeing right now. But here we go. Wanderers here with a chance. Ebini out to the right-hand side. There's a nice little pass there. Chance here. Cleared away by the Phoenix, though. Declan Smith says, I swear Adrian always comes in and says this all the time. Yeah, well, buddy, get around him. It's all right. Phoenix here and clear that away easily. Declan Smith said they were a good team, not anymore. Exactly right. They've got an illustrious history. They're one of the most prolific teams in the A-League. But just like, buddy, Arsenal. Arsenal are a perfect example, actually. Arsenal are a really good comparison. Arsenal very good. Very, very, very damn well good back in the 2000s. And I guess somewhat early 2010s, really just the 2000s specifically. But obviously they've fallen away. They're not a team that anyone really cares too much about anymore. They've got a lot of troubles. And the only reason that they're a bit different to Victory is because they still somewhat get class as a competitive team, but they're not. But that's because of the league shape, and you're not going to see Arsenal get relegated, let's be honest with you. People want to believe it, but it's not going to happen. But Arsenal's a very good example of Melbourne Victory. Oh, chance here. Chance here for Wellington. Chance here for Wellington inside the box. Oh, on target, but no, nothing happens there. Adrian Tan says, Arsenal is very good in paper, not matches. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Declan Smith says Arsenal's undefeated in the Champions League for 4 years, players. Yeah, mate. Yeah, they're bloody awesome in the Champions League. Aiden Barr, I don't care about Arsenal. Well, okay. Cool, man. You can give this attitude all you like. I don't care. I'm not the one who supports the team in last. Like, you can take your anger out on me all you like, son. All you like. I'm just telling you the truth, my friend. So, 27 minutes gone here. It is 1-0 Wellington. Wanderers aren't even getting really too many attacks in here. Like, I guess they're probably controlling the ball well around the defensive half, but when they get into the attacking half, they lose the ball straight away. There's just nothing going on overall. Like, they just don't... They can't get the ball forward. they can't get this ball forward to a point where they can actually score. And if they do, it's just like a really, really weak whip-in. Marion Douglas says, that Victory are absolutely rubbish. Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. There's also that opinion. It's not necessarily wrong, but... in the same sense. Let me just get those comment section back up. There we go. Perfect. Why are those comments in? Declan Smith says, West Brom to win the league next year, players. Yeah, good luck, mate. Good luck, mate. Good luck, mate. If they win the league next year, mate, you become moderator. They win the league next year, mate. You can have moderator privileges. How about that? Chance here for all the Wanderers. I shouldn't do that after Leicester did it a couple of years ago, but, you know, West Brom aren't even going to be here next year, probably. Ibini, has he scored a goal this season? Maybe one? Maybe one or two? I don't know. I don't think he has scored a goal. Oh, he scored one, actually. Against Central Coast? I think it was Central Coast, actually. I think it was, yeah. Declan Smith says I'm at the championship. Teams that go down a league, bro, very difficult to find a way to get back up. You know, if you come straight back up, you're a very good team. Well, you're not a very good team, but you're still much better than the teams below. Like, for example, Sheffield United. I genuinely think that even though they've been pretty average this year, or very average this year, they'll come back up. I still think that the three teams at the bottom of the Premier League right now probably have enough to at least be a top 6 team. We saw a couple of years ago that not all teams do that, but, well, majority of the time, not all teams do that. Actually, nearly all the time, you only see maybe one, if that, come back up. Sometimes you see two. I don't even know how that championship is looking right now, to be honest with you. Watford, for example. Well, yeah, Watford, for example. I don't even know where they are, though. I know someone else is up the top area right now. Actually, who is? How is the championship looking? I don't really watch the championship. So, corner here for Western Sydney Wanderers. Chance here to try and get something going again. Oh, let's get into here. Let me look at the championship. Norwich. Norwich were, what were they, 4 or 5 years ago? 3 years ago? 3, 4 years ago they're in the league. Chance here for the Wanderers. Oh, it's maybe on target. No, cleared away by the Phoenix. Cleared away by the Phoenix there, but the Wanderers here just outside the box. Are they going to go inside? No. No. We're going to do anything here, lads? No. And inside, and cleared away by the Phoenix. Easy days. Easy days. Oh, Wanderers here again? No, and it goes back. Oh, Brentford are up there too. Jeez. All right. Bournemouth are coming back up soon too. All right. Well, there you go. A couple of interesting little sneakies up there. Yeah, I'd love to see Brentford go up. Oh, that would have been such a good chance there for Wellington. That was such a good damn well chance there for Wellington, but unfortunately they could not get it done. At least the Wanderers are attacking now. By the way, guys, 30 minutes gone. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. Adrian Tan says, Sheffield United to win next season for Championship. I don't think so. I don't think they're that good. I think that, you know, next year we'll probably see a team like Bournemouth, probably, if Bournemouth don't go up this year, we'll probably see a team like Bournemouth go and probably, oh, Bacchus here. Bacchus, no, terrible shot. Terrible shot. Absolute shotgun shot from Bacchus. But yeah, I think next year we'll probably see a team, if Bournemouth don't go up this year, they'll come up next year. They are a good team. As much as I don't watch them, they're just a very well-run club overall compared to a lot of the teams you see in the Championship or just lower leagues. But 31 minutes gone here. How many likes are we away from 40? We're 3 likes away. We're 3 likes away from 40, guys. Smack that thumbs up button if you haven't already. So Galileo says, stop talking shit about Melbourne City. I don't think we even spoke about Melbourne City in this vlog, mate. This stream, mate. And also, like, it's just straight up. City aren't great this year. You know? No, we have. That was the first. This is the first time I've spoken about Melbourne City in this stream. We haven't spoken about Melbourne City once. Douglas Smith said, do you see Sunderland's takeover? I didn't, but that's awesome to see if they have been. That's awesome to see if they have been. They've got long-suffering fans. Oh, Russell there. Nice work. Chance here. Beanie whips it in corner. Lots of corners in this game. A lot of corners in this game for both teams, to be completely honest with you. So Bernie Abini there with a nice little whip in, but it goes straight out for Zigona. Gets something going here potentially. Stop talking about shit about Melbourne City. Man, I tell you how it is. A lot of people here seem to get upset. It's like, the reason why you're getting upset is because you know it's true. Like, you know, when I say Melbourne City have been horrific this season, the only reason you're upset is because you know it's true. You know, they can definitely bounce back. They can definitely come back into it. Don't get me wrong. Like, Melbourne City have a team, they can, but whilst Kuznorbo's there, they won't be. Whilst Kuznorbo's there, you know, they're not going to be doing anything, to be honest with you. So, you know, Melbourne City have the talent. They have the talent, but it's just about kind of getting it working like it has in previous years. And I just don't think Kuznorbo's the right guy. Josh Sam says, "Sup, Lace, hello, mate. How you doing, champion? Who do you reckon this one?" It's increasingly looking like Wanderers are going to score in the last 5-10 minutes, but it's still not actual any quality opportunities necessarily. Aiden Barce's victory can't bounce back. No, they never were going to bounce back. Maybe next year, you know, maybe when you... Because look, the thing with victory is that, like, they are really relying upon their history. You know, they rely upon their history right now. And, like, people are going to remember that sport, you're not always going to be... it's shoulder to shoulder. It'll be corner. Corner here with the Wanderers. You can't just... Like, that team, I don't recognise anyone from, like, 2 years ago. I could not tell you many people there at all from 2 years ago. And they've just completely overhauled the system. And I get it, they're rebuilding, and fans don't really understand, unless you've been in a rebuild, it sucks, bro. Like, it sucks. And it's years. Chance here for the Wanderers. But if you haven't been in a rebuild before, trust me. Like, I know you don't understand it because you're so used to winning, but it's a part of sport, man. Look at me with the Titans. It's 10 years, and we're only just maybe looking like we could do something this year. With Man City, you know, I grew up until... what I was 12, 14, what was I, 14 or so when we got bought over? You know, so like people just don't understand the effects of what, you know, a rebuild actually will do. Christian Francis, thoughts on Western United? I thought they got a win. I thought they were fine. You know, I thought they obviously beat MacArthur pretty well, which is good, but in the same sense, like, can they do it consistently? That's another question. Can they consistently do it? I'm not too sure, but you know, they've got the attack in them. They've got okay defense. Their midfield's fine. Like, they should be a lot higher than they are. But, like, they can't move the ball from defense to attack in any fluid motion besides yesterday. And it was only against MacArthur. Like, I know people are like, oh, MacArthur won this and won that. I had them still in 5th. I didn't move them up or down in my power rankings last week. I moved the Raw from 2nd to 4th. I moved Mariners from 4th to 2nd. I had in 3rd Perth Glory, obviously, and then Sydney FC on top. But I didn't move MacArthur. Everyone thought it was such a huge bloody result against Adelaide. It was like 4-0 against Adelaide. Adelaide, you know, they're not that great. MacArthur still have a lot of problems, and we saw that. You know, people just, they take one result and they think, oh yeah, here we go. Like, for example, Melbourne Victory, Perth Glory. People thought, okay, Victory are back. It's like, no. You know, that game firstly was just given to them on a platter from Perth Glory. Like, that was horrific in that last 3 minutes. Victory didn't deserve jack. But Perth just gifted them 2 goals, and there you go. You know, but it is what it is. One says, are you satisfied with the point Brisbane gained yesterday? I'll take it. You'll see all my actual thoughts on the vlog. So the pinned comment over there is my vlog from when I went to the game. I spoke to Warren Moon about it. You know, you'll hear all my thoughts and opinions live from the game. But I'll take it. I'll take the point, especially considering it was away. If that game was at Redcliffe, no, I would have wanted to win. But considering it was away, you know, our form hasn't been great recently. We just drew against Newcastle, even though their form's pretty up-ish. They haven't played anyone, though. They played Victory, cool, and won 1-0 in the 72nd minute or whatever it was. You know, the Jets are doing okay, but they're not really doing anything special. So... you know, I would have, and we out-dominated them, we just couldn't score. I would have been unhappy with a draw at home, a 0-0 draw at home, but I'm pleased with an away draw against the back-to-back champions who, you know, are very difficult to break down and also, you know, a pretty decent attacking team. And also, you've got to remember that Bobo was welcome back last night as well, so that would have really helped out the team mentally, knowing that they have someone who can score, but obviously he didn't get on the sheet last night. Jeffrey says, hey man, long time. How are you doing tonight? Going all right, mate. Going all right. Hoping for a good game. It's not been that bad. It's not been that great. It's not been that bad. Dasmate says, how is Central Coast on the first? Games in hand, mate. Games in hand. But in the same sense, like, games in hand don't mean jack unless you do anything with it. Ooh, that's a corner again for the Wanderers. Ooh, that's shocking defending there from the Phoenix. Shocking. Carl Mavita says, Western Sydney Wanderers. Ha ha. Yeah, not too great here. Haven't done anything at all to think about really getting back in this game. There was a nice little whip in there from Tate Russell, but it just went across the box and there was no real attackers there. And this is what we've been seeing all season. Their attack is just diabolical. It just is. It's just diabolical. Carter Best says, have you ever thought of streaming Brisbane Roar women games when you ever get the chance? I do pretty much, especially with NRL, AFL, baseball, everything coming back. I won't really have the time, to be honest with you. But chance here, 1 second. Wanderers! Oh, look, that's some really good stuff there by Sale to prevent that one. Devere here can break away too. If he wants to. If he can get around him. Nice work, actually. Good ball. Chancey Wellington. Oh, no, good save. Good save there by Margush. Very lucky. Could have been 2-0. I can't do it. I don't have enough time. You know, I got baseball coming back, like I said, which will be daily. You know, we got the A-League still going. We got the NRL coming back. We got the AFL coming back. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit too much. And I got vlogs and shit like that too. So a bit too much, unfortunately. Cal Mavita says we got really unlucky last night. You got to admit. Yeah, but that's the problems that Sydney FC have had all season. And also, Raw's defense is very good. Like, look, yeah, hitting the post is fine, but hitting the post is just as good as hitting, 30 yards out. Like, just because it hits the post doesn't mean anything special. It just means that they still missed. It was close, but they still missed, right? It's the exact same result from kicking it past the buddy corner post. Wellington with a chance, and that's going to go straight. Oh, keeper. Terrible. It goes out for a corner again. It goes for a free kick, don't worry. In the same sense, Sydney FC were okay. They were okay, but a draw was definitely a fair result. I thought that if anyone deserved to win, it was Sydney FC because they had more opportunities. But realistically, they didn't do anything that really scared me at all. And this isn't biased at all, man. I'll tell you how it is. If I thought my team got absolutely walloped, I'd tell you my team got absolutely walloped. But no, I hate people overestimating this hitting the post shit. It's literally the exact same result as kicking it past the buddy corner post. It just means that obviously it was closer than kicking it past the corner post. So, Jamie Young saved us a couple of times. Redmayne saved you guys a couple of times. Brisbane didn't look that bad, but they just didn't look that great. But in the same sense, like Brisbane could have snuck it towards the end. It was a very back and forth game majority of the game. I just think that Sydney had better opportunities than the Brisbane Roar, but it was very back and forth overall. But it's just when Brisbane Roar had their opportunities, there wasn't really anything special about it either. But Golgo was good. Golgo came on. He was very nice there for the Brisbane Roar. I thought he brought a lot of energy. And when Golgo came on, I actually thought we might have scored. So, look, I guess any FC fans could claim unlucky, but I don't think so. I think that, a miss is a miss. Marion Douglas says, I'm with Carter. I'd love you to do the W League as well. Yeah, look, I'd love to, but I just can't do it with the NRL and AFL coming back in baseball. I'm getting too much. Come says, Jamie Young was great. Yeah, Jamie Young's always great. He did what he did. Like I said, as you can see in the vlog, I put the vlog out an hour and a half ago. As you can see in the vlog, there was a couple of tense moments. But Dylan Wenzel-Hall only put a rocket into the top left-hand corner of the net too, but, no one wants to mention that one. People just want to mention the fact that there was the post, but it's corner Wanderers, by the way. People want to mention the 2 post hits, but forget about, Wenzel-Hall's being literally this far away from hitting a rocket into the top left-hand corner of the net. Like, it's fine. I get it. I don't care. That's just what I think. Wanderers here with a chance. No, terrible corner there. Terrible corner. Soccer fan 1899 says, hi, do you know that Wellington and Auckland City are the only 2 professional teams in New Zealand apart from their own league? I had absolutely no idea, but I do now. I still don't actually understand what that's trying to say. The only 2 professional teams in New Zealand apart from their own league. Well, bring in bloody Auckland then, as long as they can get some crowds. As long as they can get some crowds and they can be financially sustainable. Because Wellington, they've been nearly knocked out a couple of times now due to not being financially sustainable and having not many fans. So bringing in Auckland, that's great for a rivalry per se, and also to get South End or North Island. But in the same sense, it's probably not viable just yet. Aiden Barr says, what do you think of the third penalty on Friday night with Adelaide and Central? Oh, third penalty was 100%. It was the first penalty. No, it was the second penalty that was debatable. The third penalty is 100%. There's no argument there. The second penalty is the one that I don't believe was a penalty. At the time, I thought it was. I thought all three were at the time, but I was an idiot. I was probably distracted. Hold on one second. Any Wanderers? Wanderers here? Oh, terrible. Oh, shit. Okay. At the time, I was probably distracted by talking to the comments and stuff like that as well. I thought they were fine, but the third one's 100% a penalty. There's no argument there. The second one is probably not a penalty. I would say definitely not. I'd probably say definitely not, because they both have their arms entangled with each other. The first one is debatable. Tongic still puts his leg out, but in the same sense, you kind of see Mork make the contact. Like, he initiates kind of the contact, but Tongic still puts his leg out. It's difficult, but I can understand why that's a penalty, and I can also understand why it's not. The second one for me, though, isn't. But the third one, 100%, his hand's in an unnatural position. There's no way you could argue that. Carol Mavita says, yeah, it was a fair result in the end. Both teams defensively solid. Well, that's what you'd come to expect, man. I think Sydney, they're a decent team, but they're nothing special this year. But they're plugging along. That was a better result for us than it was for you guys, though. Like I said, I would have been unhappy with a draw at home, a 0-0 draw at home, but away, I'll take that, especially against the current champions. But at Sydney FC, considering our form, the fact we can't score, they are at home. They've got to try and chase the Mariners up the top now with their games in hand. I spoke about this with Ryan Grant last night on the vlog. Considering that they're chasing down the Mariners with their games in hand, they need to get a move on, son. They need to get them on move on, and that wouldn't have been a good result for them, personally. They wouldn't have thought that. Andre says 1-2, please. I bet you had a bet on the Wanderers. So 43 minutes gone here, guys. 1-0 Wellington. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already, and subscribe if you are new around here. And don't forget to check out the vlog that I put out just over an hour and a half ago. Aiden Barr says, do you think the VAR dominated Friday night's game? 100%, man. You can't have a game not dominated by VAR when there's 3 penalties involved from VAR. Well, 2 of them were VAR. 1 of them wasn't. The second one wasn't. Oh, Chancey Wanderers. Chancey, what a terrible pass. Terrible pass. Oh, Yeboah nearly had a crack, though, top right corner, but it will be saved very nicely by Sale. Sale's had a pretty good game. Sale's had a pretty damn well good game. Considering he's the backup, and now he's getting the starter, you've got to be happy with that. Oh, look at that. That was a nice touch with Yeboah. That was a nice touch from Yeboah, and that was a nice shot, but just Sale had his number and was able to get there. Nice little jump going. Boof. Good save. Jeffrey says, are you confident on Gold Coast Titans this year? I think I'll do all right. We'll do a preview a week out from the season, though. We'll do an NRL season preview before the week out from the season. And that's cleared away. Wanderers' corners and set pieces today have been absolutely horrific. And they've been pretty weak on the counter and on defensive counter. In Wellington have been finding decent little counter opportunities, except for this time because Yeboah and a Phoenix player is down. Carol Rabbit says, we rested a few key midfield. I think that's because we play Melbourne City Tuesday night and have a short turnaround, or that came off the bench, sorry. Look, I if you're trying to use that as an excuse, I wouldn't. Look, I understand that. I understand in the same sense, Melbourne City's Melbourne City this year. Melbourne City aren't a team necessarily. I guess you're resting those players, but that's resting the players based on the fact that they're probably either already too tired or, you want to rest them ahead of another game. But Brisbane Roar is the bigger game this season than Melbourne City. So it's not really an excuse that would then thus come down to a tactical change or just to give a player rest because he desperately needs it. You wouldn't be thinking Melbourne City is the bigger game this season. Because Melbourne City look horrific. Melbourne City look absolutely horrific. I honestly, that I've never seen this. I haven't seen this team look as bad as this since Melbourne Heart. Aiden Barr says, how do you record your vlog? Do you film on GoPro? All the above, man. Multiple different cameras. As you saw, the camera changed about the 60th minute or so because my actual vlogging camera was about to die. I didn't charge it enough, unfortunately. Dazmate says, I had City winning the comp this year. I think everyone mainly did, man, besides Sydney FC fans, obviously. But I think pretty much everyone did have Melbourne City winning this year. They just have such a quality team, but their coach is an absolute moron. I don't have a coaching degree. I don't have the paperwork to I haven't coached even 5-year-olds, let alone professional league. But in the same sense, I will never forgive him for taking off Sabaki in that game against Perth Glory. I mention it every week. I hate his substitutions. It's an idiot. He's straight up an idiot, Russ. His substitutions are horrific. However, that is half time here, guys. 1-0 Wellington. I think Wellington were the better team. I think Wanderers had Wanderers had more opportunities to finish off the first half, but they weren't doing anything with said opportunities. Their opportunities were pretty shithouse. Wellington deserved a lead. They have looked pretty decent this game. They've looked pretty withholding of everything the Wanderers throw at them. they get in the ball into the box, and they arguably could be up 2-0 here. I think they've had a better chance to go up 2-0 than it has been for 1-1. You know, like Wellington still had an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net with Piscopo as well from an absolute rocker from outside, but unfortunately it was just it got saved. I think it was saved. Yeah, it was saved. Yeah, it was just it was top right corner, but keeper got to it. So, look, I think Wellington are looking the goods, man. Do I think they're going to hold out? From what they had in the first half, yes. But then again, we've all seen the second half so far this season for all teams is very, very prolific with goals, and we see a lot more energy coming out. Now, I will say this, though. Wellington's goal was very unfortunate for the Wanderers. The shot was obviously deflected by Margush, and it fell straight back for Piscopo. You know, it is what it is, though. You know, the team that got the goal has been the better team. I agree with a 1-0 scoreline. I could actually agree with a 2-0 scoreline. I still don't think the Wanderers have been that bad. Actually, no, the Wanderers have been pretty bad defensively and attacking-wise. So, no, I think a 2-0 scoreline would have been fair. But 1-0 is fair enough as it is. But let me know your thoughts on the first half in the chat. Aiden Barrs, what do you think of Grant Brebner's situation? I'm mind blanking right now. Carter Best says, do you reckon that Central Coast Mariners will stay in there? I'm mind blanking. What's Grant Brebner's situation right now? I'm mind blanking. Carter Best says, this is what happened. See, this is why that second penalty, you know, the other day when the Adelaide game, for some reason, because I'm watching the game obviously and also chatting to you guys, sometimes my mind just gets frazzled. It just gets frazzled. I don't even know what I'm talking about half the time. I'm just bloody speaking. I'm just bloody speaking, mate. Speaking. And I just got distracted again. Carter Best says, do you reckon that Central Coast Mariners will stay in the top 2 at least this season? No. I think top 4. No. I'm still going to go fourth or fifth. I think that the teams that will finish above them will be Perth Glory. I'm not saying in order, but Perth Glory will be there. Sydney FC will be there. I do think Brisbane Roar might just be above them, but that'll be a tight battle. I think we'll be very close for 4th and 5th there. And who's the third team that I'm missing here? Who's the third team that's been playing pretty well here? I don't know. Look, the thing I always say with Mariners, and people hate on me for this, cool, man, you hate on me a lot, you know, but the thing that people don't understand is that Mariners haven't played any teams that are in form, right? I say this all the time. You know, they played Sydney FC when they weren't in form at all. You know, they were looking pretty average. They beat them 2-0. Congratulations. It was a good result, and it was a good performance, but in the same sense, I need a little bit more than that to back them in long term. You know, I think that their game against MacArthur, obviously that's great. And if they played them now and won that result, then great. Well, maybe not now, obviously, after MacArthur. This year's very difficult because everyone's beating everyone. I spoke to Ryan Grant about this last night. You know, he said it feels like everyone's beating everyone right now. So, you know, you don't know, realistically. Like, the only team that I can back in for a top 2 spot, I guess, is Sydney. And still, I don't have 100% belief in that. I still don't have 100% belief. You could see anyone right now. I think even the Jets are top 6 right now. They're not going to stay there. Like, holy shit, they're not going to stay there. But the point of the matter is that if they're around there, you know, Western United will come home strong. You know, there's so many teams that are still to come, and we're only still very early in the season. Like, we've still got quite a few games to go, but we're also quite early in the season. So, I guess we're chugging along now. I wouldn't necessarily class it as early, but it's still relatively early. It's still, what, 7, 8, 9 games in now? I guess that's a quarter of the way through, or maybe just over a quarter. But the point of the matter is that, like, yeah, it's tough. It's tough to see the Mariners continuing it, but in the same sense, you know, people are going to doubt the Mariners even if they're in the finals. Like, people will continue to doubt them. They could be first with a 1 week to go before finals, and people will still doubt them. That's just because of what we know from the last 10 years. I don't necessarily believe they have the consistency, but in the same sense, I definitely think they'll be a top 4, top 5 team. Ask the Boss says, yo, what's up, bro? I'm your biggest fan. Kept the good work, bro. How's your day going? Going all right, mate. Pretty hot here in Sydney, but But in the same sense, no, it's going all right. You know, I'll take the result from last night. We take that, man. You know, we take that. What are we on? We're on 42 likes right now. Let's see if we can get to 45 before halftime. And we'll get to 45 before halftime. It does make sense 5-year-olds would do better. 5-year-olds would do better? Would do better at what? Aiden Barr says, what do you think of the 2022 World Cup? I think it'll be good. I can't wait for it. But in the same sense, it's also Qatar, and I don't really advise supporting Qatar in what they've done. But in the same sense, I don't even know if they'll have it. There's still talk about potentially, I don't know, there was talk about them not having it. But anyway, if it happens there, it happens there. I'll still watch it. I'll still stream it. I was going to go to it, but I decided I didn't want to support their lack of human rights in regards to, firstly, the creation of the stadiums, and I'm trying to put this in good words. The creation of the stadiums, just even in general, just manufacturing the tournament and how they got the tournament as well. I just didn't want to support that. So I'll still stream it because it is still football, but I don't want to be giving my money to said. I'll leave it at that. Ian Greenwood says, where do Wellington Phoenix play? They're from Wellington, obviously, but they're playing in Wollongong because of the restrictions at the moment. Marianne Douglas says, the Women's World Cup is coming to Oz. Cannot wait for that. Yeah, I'll vlog those. I will definitely vlog those. So you'll get your women's football taste on BKR Sport then. I can't stream, like I said, but you'll still get some form of women's football when I do the Women's World Cup, which should be very good. And also, the Men's World Cup will more than likely come down here probably about 2032-ish, I would assume. They are thinking about bringing the Olympics back to Australia. The Rugby World Cup, usually, if you go have a look around the world, usually all the big group tournaments, like your Rugby World Cup, your Football World Cup, your Olympics, a lot of the time they kind of do a 2-for-1 little situation, right? You look at Brazil. Rio got the Olympics and the Football World Cup within 2 years of each other. Japan got the Olympics and the Rugby World Cup within 2 years of each other. You look at a lot of the places around the world and you find that back in 2000, Australia had the Olympics, and 2003, the Rugby World Cup was on. You know what I mean? So the point of the matter is that usually you find that there's two things that come when things happen, when they try and do it. So are the Olympics the Olympics are in America in 2020, around that 2026 area. I'm not sure, but the point of it is, there's usually two for one. So if we do say, we probably are getting the Rugby World Cup in, I think, 2028. When is it? No, 2023, 2027. No, 2027 is when Australia's going to get the Rugby World Cup. So you'd assume within 5 years or so, probably 3-5 years, we'll probably get the Olympics or even potentially a Football World Cup too. Carter Best says, I think you're absolutely right about Qatar. They are also not only terrible with how they treat people building the stadiums, but how they treat minorities. Yeah, look, that's what I was just saying. I'm not going to go, obviously, diversify into the living situation necessarily. I was just kind of briefly scratching over the football situation. But human rights is an issue there, yeah. Jada says, hey, what did you watch the game last night? I did watch the game. I was at the game last night. I was at the Raw game. That's why there's a vlog out. That's why there's an A-League vlog out, my man. My first vlog in literally a year. Actually, by the way, besides last night, tomorrow, a year ago, was my last vlog. Tomorrow, a year ago, was my last vlog, which was Wanderers. I went to the Wanderers versus Adelaide game, which was 5-3. I was in the RBB supporting the Wanderers in that game, and that was a very fun game to watch. But yeah, that was a whole year ago tomorrow. So a whole year after my last vlog was when I put my other vlog out, which is cool. I should have actually waited for tomorrow to put out my vlog, actually. That'd been pretty cool. A fallen year. But yeah, we're at half-time right now, guys. It is 1-0. And Jada says, good game. You're talking about the Brisbane Raw game, right? Some people here are NRL, some people are A-League, some people are AFL. So, or maybe you might even be a rugby fan, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Unless you're talking about the Raw. I'm not sure. If you're talking about the Raw, then yes, I was at the Raw game. If you're talking about the Indigenous game, no, I wasn't at the Indigenous game. Which looked like it was a shitter anyway. So, A-League. Yeah, I was at the Raw game. I was sitting with the Raw fans, mate. What you thinking? We're going to sit over the Cove, mate? If the Raw weren't playing in Sydney, and Sydney were the home team, I probably would have sat in the Cove, but... Ian Greenwood says, who is your next stream? Tuesday, mate. Tuesday. And it's going to be a good one. Melbourne City versus Sydney FC down in Melbourne. Sydney FC need to bounce back. It wasn't a good result for them. They need to bounce back, my friend. My next vlog, though, actually. When is my next vlog? Sydney FC versus Macarthur next week. I will be... No, Wanderers versus Mariners next week. Oh, that's a good one. I'll be supporting the Wanderers there, and the next day, I'll be vlogging on behalf of Sydney FC against Macarthur. So it's funny how I'm going to be doing both Sydney teams, rivals, and supporting them. I'll probably go to the RBB for the Wanderers, and I'll probably go to the Cove for CFC. Sakura says, at the moment, from the first half, where would you put Knicks in the power rankings? Well, I wouldn't be... Well, they'd be above probably Adelaide, but, you can't... They don't... This is one performance. I don't really know, to be honest. I can't even think, where was my power rankings last time? Let's have a look. So you guys didn't get to see the power rankings this week simply because I had technical difficulties, but I can tell you what they were. I'm not going to explain them too greatly, but I'll still tell you what they were. Give me 2 seconds here if I can find it. Here we go. So my power rankings last week were 12th Victory, 11th Phoenix, 10th Adelaide, 9th Jets, 8th Western United. No, Wellington would still be 11th. 8 Western United, 7 Melbourne City, 6 Western Sydney Wanderers, 5th Macarthur, 4 Brisbane Roar, 3 Perth Glory, 2 Central Coast Mariners, and 1 Sydney FC. But off this performance, no, they don't move anything. Adelaide got a win against the Mariners, so you can't realistically drop them below. Newcastle Jets got a win as well, and I probably wouldn't be putting the Phoenix after this one performance in the first half anyway, above the Jets. Western United got a win, a really good win too at that. Melbourne City don't play until there's no way you'd be jumping that far. No, they'd stay in 11th. Aiden Barr says, favourite international team in soccer, aka like Australia. Well, Australia. Australia. Yeah, otherwise Fiji, but if you're talking about like a big team, like who I would get behind as a second-ish team, I guess, if my team gets knocked out, which we always do, probably, I guess, if you're going to go for a big team, it'd be Argentina because of the, Sergio Aguero connection, or a lot of Manchester City's players over time have been Argentinian. Or you just go with the underdog, really. I couldn't care less, to be honest, outside of Australia, though. I couldn't care less outside of Australia, though, to be completely honest with you. JJ says, Sydney FC are going to win the league. Calm down. I don't think so after what we've seen so far. We need to see a lot more from them. There's a lot of teams that will be competing this year, and it just takes a performance like last night or a performance like, recent weeks where, they get a result, but they weren't that great, to be potentially knocked out in the finals game. So, no, there's still a long way to go for Sydney FC to get back into the winner's circle and back into an area where I'm confident to back them in again. But I still would have them as technically favourite, but that's just because everyone's got problems, and that's including Sydney FC. Soccer says, all right, here's another question. Not A-League, but who do you think will get into the semis for UCL? Actually, those games are on. Those games, a couple of games just happened over the last couple of days. We're very flat. Oh, not the last couple of days, the last week or so. But there was a very good win for Putty PSG the other day. I'm just going to get the results up here. Obviously, City and Bayern will get there. Liverpool's obviously, they did pretty well the other day, but I don't think who they play. They'll probably play. I guarantee they'll play someone like Putty PSG. But it wouldn't surprise me. They're the type of team that would sneak some bullshit, even though they're shithouse in the league. They're the type of team that will go and win the Champions League now, even though they're absolutely diabolically shithouse in the league. JJ says he used to go with the Wanderers. No, mate. No, I never used to go with the Wanderers, mate. You unfortunately don't get the channel, my friend. Unfortunately, you don't get the channel. Because if you think that, then I am also a Sydney FC fan. I'm also a Newcastle Jets fan. I'm also a Melbourne Victory fan. I don't think I've done a Melbourne City vlog. I've done a Raw. Obviously, I've done Raw. Have I done Mariners? I haven't done Mariners yet. I've done Wanderers, and yeah. So I would pretty much have been a fan of every single team. And probably, next week I'll be a Wanderers fan and a Sydney FC fan. Like I said, so unfortunately, man, you don't get the channel. But yeah, I'd probably say City. I'd probably say, Bayern, yeah. PSG. And you know what? I'll go out on a limb here and I will say Liverpool. You know what? I will go out on a limb here and say Liverpool. They're the type of team that are shithouse in the league and will still end up winning it. I don't think they win it, but I'm just saying that's the type of team that they are. I know them too well. I've grown up with them. I know them too well. They're a team that will always compete in something. Where they're shit in one thing, they'll still compete in one other thing. So don't you worry. They'll be there. Carter says at least he doesn't go for FFA FC. I go for the Raw, guys. The thing people don't understand on the channel is that we vlog everything, right? So we vlog all different teams on here. And I support, when I go to a game, as long as they're not playing my team, I support them like they are my team, right? So, if the Wanderers are playing Sydney FC, if they're at Bankwest, I go for the Wanderers. I'll wear a Wanderers shirt. I'll go and support them from the RBB and get crazy for them. If Sydney FC are playing the Wanderers at Cogra, I'll get in the Cove and I'll wear a Sydney FC shirt and I'll get around Sydney FC. That's what this channel is, lads. It's just because I went to a Wanderers game one time didn't make me a Wanderers fan. Aiden Bart says, was there flares in the A-League before? There was, but unfortunately the FFA said basically, they removed points. So Wanderers fans know all about this. Wanderers fans can answer this one for you. But yeah, no, if you use a flare, you get points deducted. I don't know about it anymore. By the way, second half is about to get started here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. 3 likes away from 50. And also subscribe if you're new around here. But yeah, if you put flares up, I don't know if it's still a thing, but you will get points removed from the actual football team's tally. Soccer says, oh yeah, did you see the Mexican fans? What do you think about them? I think that's really cool and nice for the player, Davia, and for the club as well. Yes, awesome. A-League needs all the support it can get, and I have a lot of people who are from Mexico who watch this channel, actually, because of, obviously, the Davia connection, and obviously they love their football there, so That's really good to see. Obviously, the A-League is catering to another audience, just besides Australian sport, Australian fans, and New Zealand fans. Because, the islanders don't care. Like Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Vanuatu and stuff. Vanuatu may be different, but those places care about rugby, right? So they don't care about the A-League. But if you're able to lock into an audience from outside of our area, like a Mexico, which has a massive population and love their football, and I don't think they're at a horrible time, I guess. Or Wellington with a chance. Oh, it's going to be blocked. Oh, damn it, missed it. That's a great thing for the A-League. We need all the fans we can possibly get. Aiden Barr said, I just think that the A-League needs Latino players. I wouldn't... Hold on one second here. Wellington here with a chance. Wellington here into the box. It's going to be inside. Oh, cleared away by the Wanderers defense. Wellington are coming, though. They are strong coming right now. Well, no, I wouldn't specifically say Latino. I just want South American in general, or just, anyone in the vicinity over there. I think that's a better... I did put this on BKR Clips. I put a whole discussion point about me on my BKR Clips channel. It was little clips of the streams, stuff like that. It starts back up again on Monday, actually. But, I think that what it brings to the league is great, and I think that it'd be a lot more... We'd get a lot better quality players from South America because their leagues aren't exactly unbelievably, renowned worldwide. At least, I guess it's a Western... I don't know. Point of matter is I think it would be really good, and people would want to come here. Xavier Brown says, what club will Sergio Aguero go to? If anyone, he'll go back to his hometown. I think if anyone, he'll go back to... who did he play for again? No, I'm not talking about Atletico, by the way. I'm talking about, back in his home country. Benny Vinny with a chance. Wanderers. Oh, my God, bruz. How is that not gone in the back of the net for the Wanderers? How is that not gone in the back of the net for the Wanderers? Jeez. I thought Muller would have had that one easy. Muller impressed me to start this season, but unfortunately he hasn't done much so far outside of that first couple of games. But that was very nice there from the Wanderers. They finally got Bernie Abini gets the ball around there from the Wellington Phoenix. And how close was this to Muller? Oh, man. That's so unfortunate. Who did Aguero play for when it's in Argentina? I'm not too sure about the Argentinian buddy teams, to be completely honest with you. No. I was about to say Montevideo. Montevideo, it's Uruguay. Aiden Bar says, what do you think of France being Croatian? What do you mean? What do I think? That was an obvious one. What do you mean, what do I think of that? It is what it is. France were always going to win that game. Alright, so Wellington with the ball. 48 minutes gone here. I can't believe that. That was nearly a horrific clearance there. Horrific clearance there, unfortunately. But nothing's going to go on still. I want to see just more happening here. I want to see more. Give me more. Give us more. Someone do something from the Wanderers. I called a draw. I want a draw. Actually, no, I want Wellington to win. I want them to win. I think there'll still be a draw, but I want Wellington to win. I think Rent Well says the A-League needs more exposure, especially from other countries, like TV coverage overseas and games overseas. The league just needs to grow to be more successful. Yes, but you've also got to remember time zones are a thing. Otherwise, the NRL would be more successful and the AFL would be more successful. Unfortunately, as much as it's great for things like a pandemic, where we are very isolated as a country, in regards to sport, it's very difficult to get other countries. Bernie Abini goes for a shot, and you may as well have, buddy, looked out the window to see it. You probably, wherever you are, you probably would have seen the shot. It was that bad. We got a very difficult time zone compared to, say, America or compared to, say, Europe. Funnily enough, we actually have an exact same time zone with a place in Russia. We have an exact same time zone with a place in Russia, but obviously it's Russia, so you don't really get too many Russians thinking too highly about Australia. Not in a bad way, just like they don't think about Australia in football or whatever. But I just found that really interesting. There's a place in Russia that is exactly the same time zone. But yeah, no, look, I think it'd be great, but it comes down to the fact that most places are like 2 a.m. over in South America area or North America area, and in Europe it's early in the morning and people don't really want to get up for A-League in England at 10 a.m. in the morning. Independiente, thank you, Daz. Thank you, Daz, mate. Independiente, yeah. Aidenbar says YouTube, they do. YouTube is literally streaming service for other countries. Yeah, that's correct. But hold on one second here. Save. That was a great save there by Sale. Sale's been good today. They do, but you're forgetting that the reason why those don't... I know how many views those videos get, FYI, because I used to use it in Fiji. They only get, like, I think 6,000 to 10,000 people watching it. Like, it's not a great deal of people who watch those streams. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's because it's at 2 a.m. People aren't waking up for it. People aren't up for it. Jimmy Tang Suan says, "Hey Blaze, I'm not trolling, but Brisbane Roar will choke. They won't win the plate up the Perk Glory." Nah, man, that's fair enough to be honest with you, Buzz. I don't even know about choking. I wouldn't class it as a choke. I just think we aren't consistent enough to go the distance, man. I don't think I'd be saying that we're choking. Miguel Figueiredo says, "Hello from Portugal. Porto, hey, get around it. I've been following the Australian League more and more, especially since the pandemic began. I was shocked by the referee in the game 2 days ago, Adelaide vs Central Coast. 8 in the morning, Portugal. There you go. See? Buddy, get around him. I love your work. Appreciate you all the way in Portugal. Do you have a team over here?" But yeah, look, that was a bit of a debatable one on Friday. That was a bit of a debatable one, but, you know, that's sport, man. Unfortunately, there's always going to be referees who screw a game around. I still think it's probably... hold on one second here. Wanderers here with the free kick. Inside! Oh, straight to the keeper. Anywhere but the keeper, that's a goal. I think it was a relative... Look, this is a controversial opinion. I think Adelaide were the better team. But do I think they deserved a win? No. I think they deserved the draw. I know that 2 of the penalties were controversial. One of them wasn't a penalty. One of them was debatable. And one of them was 100% a penalty. But I still think Adelaide were the better team overall. But they still got let off. So it's a difficult one, actually. I don't know if they deserve jack shit. But if realistically, one of the penalties was a penalty. So they're only down 1 goal on this technicality, formality, whatever you want to call it. So I think a draw is a fair result there because Mariners weren't that great. And they got 2 really random lucky goals too. Like the first goal was completely out of the ordinary and also basically an own goal. Basically. And the second goal they got was just so random and against the run of play. So look, it was fine, but I just think it probably deserved more of a draw based on what we're saying right now. Ethan says, "Come on, you Wanderers." Yeah, buddy, you're struggling right now, mate, but I wouldn't count them out of it. They've probably been the better team in the second half. So far, Benny Binney comes forward, but unfortunately nothing's going to happen there. Tate Russell now with the ball on the wing, cuts it in. That's a good ball. Oh my God, geez, Wellington looking a little bit shaky in the second half so far. So 50 minutes gone, 53 minutes gone here, guys. Smack the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. Yeah, look, I think Wanderers are starting to come back in this game a little bit here. Ethan says Tommy Urich. Yeah, look, Tommy doesn't suit Adelaide, man. He suits somewhere else. But he got 3 goals, but we were just talking about this. Aiden Barr says, "What do you think of Tommy Urich? Do you think..." Oh, I didn't even realise that's why there was a Tommy Urich comment there. I thought it was just cool talking about Adelaide. What do you think of Tommy Urich? Do you think he's better in the Socceroos than the A-League? Well, Socceroos, well, I think he'd be great if he was at MacArthur or if he was at West United. I just don't think Adelaide's setup suits him. I don't think their system suits him. I think he would be fantastic if he was at MacArthur or Western United. Or maybe not Raw. Raw probably third, but not really on those 2 wavelengths, in my opinion. But if he played at Western United or at MacArthur, he would be unbelievable because their system suits a target man like him perfectly. Wellington blocked away. Isaac Wells says, "Imagine being Urich and getting a hat-trick from penalties. You got to love that." We don't love that as fans, but he's going to love that. He doesn't care as long as he gets some goals and adds to his stat sheet. That's a pretty decently shithouse tackle there from Devere. Sanjay says, "What do you think? Who'll win tonight?" I said 2-2 draw. Don't know if there's that many goals in it. I'm surprised there's not many goals in this, considering how attacking it's been from both sides. But in the same sense, like, no, terrible. Terrible, unfortunately. Oh, chance here for the Wanderers. Okay, that was shocking. I'm going to have to time out the people who said goal. Guys, if there's no goal, I will time you out. So, and the next time you do it, I'll hide you. So, people are trying to watch the game here. You know, you're not going to trick me. I'm watching the game live. Like, I find that funny. It's like people think they're going to be able to trick me into thinking there's a goal. It's like, oh, there's a goal. I'm like, I'm watching it live, dude. Jimmy Tang Suan says, "Glory will win the plate." I don't know about that, man. Defense is pretty shaky. Anyone can win the plate this time. Any team in the top... You know what? Any team in the top 8 can realistically win it this year so far. Who's in the top 8? The only teams I'd wipe out are Adelaide, Wellington, Victory, and Jets. they're realistically the only 4 teams I would wipe out completely from winning the title. Anyone else can still probably do it. And especially the way the season's going, I think still the favourites are technically Sydney FC, but in the same sense, anyone can do it. Perth are a shout, but they also have a lot of defensive weaknesses. They lack in there. And also, the effects of the pandemic is going to have a huge bloody effect on them. The effects of the pandemic will have a huge effect on them, basically because, they haven't played in 2 weeks now. We could see it again. They're all over the shop, and it's not because of them, it's because of the government, unfortunately. So Perth will unfortunately suffer the consequences of the ongoing pandemic and being so far away from all the Eastern, teams and also Wellington as well, but they're classed as an Eastern team now, I guess, as well. Ethan Christensen says, I think Western United will make top 4 having Barisha as such an asset. Yes and no. I think Barisha's a little bit overdone, man. I think he's pretty done. I think Pietros is the way forward for them, or getting a target man striker, or bringing someone fresh through. But no, I think Western United are a better team than people think. But in the same sense, they went up 2 times against the Mariners and lost that game 3-2. They still have a lot of rhythmic failures in their team. Oh, Chancey for Davia. I would love Davia to score so I can hear the Wellington Phoenix fans going crazy. As in, like, those Mexicans at the back. I'm surprised they didn't swap around. You might not be able to go down that end of the field. No, people sitting there. I'm surprised they didn't just all move around there so they can be in front of the goal. Interesting. Aiden Barr says, what do you think of Graham Arnold's coach of Socceroos? You're asking a lot of questions about Socceroos, man. Actually, when's their next game? I'll be streaming it. When's their next game? I'm looking forward to it. I think they play Indonesia or something. No. They play some team in Asia. As the first game in like a year and a half. March. There you go. That'd be good. Talk about Socceroos then. Because I don't even know what the team's going to be looking like, because it's been a year and a half since we saw it, and that's a horrific corner from Wellington. And that is an absolutely despicable corner from Wellington. And McGinn will have the ball here for the Phoenix, and he will kick it straight out for a throw-in. I thought it was goal kick, but we'll be throwing. Against Kuwait. Ooh, if we don't win that one, I will be fuming. Fuming. Damien Tracy says, hello, I'm back. Damien's back. You got a shit-ass logo, but you're back. You're back. You got an absolute diabolical shit-house logo, but you are technically back. All right, so Wanderers here from the sideline. I think Wanderers need to bring someone on at this point. I think Wanderers really need to swap this team around at the moment. They're really, they're just... As I'm saying this, Muller's breaking away. Chancey, Tate Russell. Oh my god, and rocket, but it hits the side netting there. Unfortunately, Tate Russell. I was expecting there to be a little bit of whip in there, but he doesn't get the whip in. He goes for the shot, and it was a rocket, but it was also a rocket right into the net. See, side netting is just as close as nearly just as close as a buddy goalpost. Why people overrate the side netting too? Aiden Barr says Man United bad or something this season. Man United can suck one every season. Every single second of every single season and every single day of every single life. That's the fact. That's just a fact. So Wellington with the ball just outside the box. Anyone who's not Man City is bad this season, basically. Dasmate says they're bad every season. Bingo. That's a bingo. That is an absolute bingo of a comment right there. This is why Dasmate's a moderator. So 59 minutes gone here. Wellington with the ball on the edge. Can they get a nice little whip in here? Like I said, if it goes 2-0, it's game over. For me, anyway. If it goes 2-0, it's game over, I would say. I said this as soon as the first goal was scored too. Wellington here with a chance. Wellington here. Inside. Oh, terrible ball, unfortunately. Terrible ball, unfortunately. But Wellington are knocking. They are getting a bit of a knock going. Wellington just slow playing the ball. I like Wellington today. I really do. But this game is showing me more about Wanderers than it is about Wellington. When you're a team down the bottom of the table, usually you don't look for things, specific things in the game from that lower team. Usually you look to see the weaknesses in the higher team, which is obviously the Wanderers. Because they are, they're second today, like Patercat said, if they win, but in the same sense, like, not really. They kind of are, but they're kind of not. But good games in hand. So I've been obviously looking more so at the Wanderers today, and, they've got basically a home crowd there, and they're playing a team that's in the bottom two and really struggling, but they just can't seem to dominate this game at all. This game, realistically, look, Wanderers have been better in the second half, but they still haven't been great. They've done whatever. Whatever. Andre, I'm going to have to hide you from the channel, my man. I told you, if you say goal and there's no goal, I have to hide you. Hayden Noddy says, Mariners and Man City are overrated. Well, I'm not too sure why Man City are overrated, considering they're 10 points on top and with a game in hand. But, oh no, we don't have a game in hand anymore, but still 10 points on top. I disagree with that one. Damien Tracy says, how do you think Raw will go next week to Perth? It'd be interesting. Be very interesting, man. Be very interesting. Be very interesting if the game goes ahead. So corner here for the Wanderers, left-hand side. Nah, Declan Smith, he's trying to troll. He's not going to get me, bro. You can't call a team overrated when they're 10 points on top of the league with like 13 games to play and are just wiping through the floor with everyone. So, but in regards to the Mariners, I wouldn't say they're overrated. Like, well, yeah, they're overrated, I guess, because people aren't really realising the games in hand factor, and also they haven't played an informed team. But in the same sense, like, they're still deserving of the credit they're getting compared to recent seasons. Hayden Buzz, come on, bro. Like, you're only making a fool of yourself, my man. Like, like Man City won't win it this season. Like, I'm not the one looking like a fool, my dude, if you think Man City is not going to win it whilst 10 points up with like 13 games to play, my man. Aiden Barr says, I like Man City because of the high-profile players they have. Yeah, look, that's why they're not usually liked by many people. Kurt says, Brisbane will win the league, Blaze. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't think we have the attack, unfortunately. I think, unfortunately, the attack just is really debatable, and we don't have any kind of click going forward against the good teams that can defend. But Wellington with a chance. And that's going to be easily taken. Easily taken there by the keeper. Now, Raw don't have the attack. If we had an attacker that... Look, Scotty McDonald's a bit older, obviously, and Wenzel Halls is okay. You know, he's fine. He does the job occasionally. Sometimes doesn't. Like last night didn't. But usually does the job. Ooh, that's going to be a corner here for Wanderers. Chance here. Palani says Wellington will win 1-0. I won't hold my breath for that, Hayden Noddy. Palani says Wellington will win 1-0. Well, maybe, but this game looks like it still has a goal in it, to be honest with you, but maybe. Damien Tracy says, I think Man City won't lose a game from now on. I don't know about that, but in the same sense, there's no team in the league, realistically, that is... when do we play Leicester again? Leicester always beat us. But then again, Everton always beats us. Well, Everton always has a really good record against us at Goodison, and we were able to beat them pretty convincingly too, so... Oh, chance here for Bacchus. Chance here for Keanu Bacchus. Oh, clearance. If that clearance wasn't made there for the corner from Wellington, that was a Wanderers goal for 1-1. So we'll be a corner here. The Wanderers are coming. All right, Hayden, cool. Let's keep it A-League. Let's try and keep it A-League now. So 63 minutes gone. And that's going to be free kick. Terrible. Can the Wanderers bloody win this game still? I don't know. That's mate. Maybe, actually. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. It wouldn't surprise me, but in the same sense, they're not that great this year, to be honest. CJ Moxley says, come on the Wanderers. Need to do a lot more than what they're doing right now, my man. Need to do a lot more than what they're doing right now. They just don't have it at the moment. Wellington have been pretty average the second half, but defensively they've been sound. Defensively they have been sound. So Piscopo will come off here. Obviously the goal scorer for the Phoenix, and Devlin will be coming on here for the Phoenix. A bit of an interesting sub there. I guess Piscopo hasn't done too much outside of that early little flurry that he had. Bring on Devlin, good little player. Ooh, that's a pretty rough pass. Yeah, geez, a little dodgy one there. A little dodgy on there, son. Damien Tracy says, who do you think will come last this season in the A-League? Melbourne Victory, man. I've been saying it since the start of the season. Saying it now. They'll come last, brother. Dennis says, this will finish draw. I said that before the game, but I'm increasingly doubting myself. Aiden Buster's victory. Aiden's come around. Look, I think the only chance for the victory not to get the spoon this year was if Jets were bad as people were expecting. Muller will get a yellow card, by the way. The only way, I guess, now is... I don't even know how many points they're behind. Like, who's next? Would it be Melbourne City? Who's next? I think, actually, if the Victory win their games... Oh, no, that game in hand would have been just now. So, no, they are last right now. Because I'm pretty sure if they had won that game, they would have jumped City. Am I right? Melbourne City. And City would have been last, which is crazy to think. But I'm pretty certain I saw that last week. I can't be bothered checking it right now. Oh, Victory play Wellington on Wednesday. Oh, that'll be a decent little game there. If Victory want to avoid the spoon, they have to win in games like this. You know, Wellington haven't been exceedingly exceptional today. Wanderers definitely haven't been. So, you know, if Victory are going to win games, they have to do it against teams like this. And, but chance here, Wellington. That was terrible from the Wanderers. Chance! Oh, good last-second defence there by Ziggy Gordon. 8 bucks. We have 4 games at home, though. Yeah, but no one's worried about playing the Victory, Buzz. Like, no one's scared about playing the Victory. Like, home games... It's not like it used to be, for example, Victory as well. But in the same sense, like the quality of the players just don't do it. They don't scare anyone. Victory need to play their best game every single game to get a result. And that result is a draw. If they get a lucky win here or there, fantastic. But they don't have the quality. You know, like look, they had 5 goals put through by a pretty average Raw attack. You know, they had 5 goals put through them by a team that hasn't scored in 2 games now. There's a problem there. Actually, 3 games, sorry. That's 3 games. Wellington with a chance. Davia! We'll say blocked by the Ziggy Gordon, who's starting to do pretty alright here in this game. But yeah, the last time the Raw scored a goal was against Victory. That was 4 games ago, and they scored 5. They didn't score a goal against MacArthur. They didn't score a goal against the Jets. They should have, but didn't. Should have scored against MacArthur, but didn't. And then didn't score a goal last night against NFC. So, you know, Victory have a lot of problems, my dude. I couldn't care less about them being home or away. They could play with 11 on 10, and they still probably would find a struggle to win their games. Damien Trey says, Raw best Victory we've already beaten them twice. The Raw have beaten Victory twice. 3-1 in the first game of the season, I think, for the Raw, actually. No, second game, sorry, after Melbourne City. They beat them 3-1 there, and convincingly, too. And then, obviously, the 5-3. Was it 5-2? Sorry, not 5-3, 5-2. 5-2. That's right, 5-2, because they didn't score a goal. There was only 1 goal in the second half. Freddie says we need to bring on Duke. You do. You need to bring on someone. You need to bring on something, anything. So Model's going to come out here. I didn't see actually who came on. So apparently Duke isn't fit right now for a full 20-30 because he's been obviously in hotel quarantine until Friday. So they're talking about him only getting about 10 minutes in today's game, which makes sense. But Simon Cox will come on for a beanie and Kamau will come on for Muller. So a couple of little attacking moves there. Ali Mohammed says, do you think Manchester United will win against Newcastle tonight? They should. Newcastle are pretty average, but in the same sense, Newcastle are in a relegation battle right now, and relegation battle is going to start to heat up in the next couple of weeks. Look, I know the difference. I know there's a difference between Fulham and that, but Fulham won last night, I'm pretty sure, against Sheffield, so, you know, the relegation battle will heat up. Martin Bradshaw says, goals at the Premium lately. How are you? Good to see you, mate. Straight the keeper from the Wanderers, Brucey Kamau. Gee whiz, mate. Gee whiz. There was a chance there, but he doesn't get it, unfortunately. Still 22 minutes to go here. But yeah, goals in the last couple of days, besides that MacArthur game, have been difficult to find. It's only been the last 3 games, though. Like, you go back to Friday night, we had 5 goals in that game with the Adelaide and Mariners game. You go back to the MacArthur versus West United game, which was 4-1. So, chance here. Tavia! Oh, well, that was terrible. That was terrible. No one tell me that was close. That was terrible. That was terrible. But yeah, the last 3 games have been pretty low scoring, but outside of that, the other 2 games this weekend were very high scoring. 3-2 and 4-1. $8 the A-League needs promotion relegation. Not yet, it doesn't. It does, but not yet. We won't see A-League promotion relegation for at least another 8 years. We are seeing a second division situation, second, third division kind of shit happening from next year onwards, I believe, or even 2024. No, 2023. I think 1 or 2 years away, I think it is, the second division will come in. But that's not promotion relegation until another 8 or so years. As Sports says, hi Blaze, I really enjoyed the vlog. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. If you guys haven't checked out the vlog yet, obviously I went to the Brisbane Raw game last night against NFC, so check that one out. It's a pinned comment. Declan Smith says, why was there a red card in the Central Coast Mariners game? I missed that. There was? Red card? Was there a red card? Was there a red card in the Mariners? I can't remember. Obviously, I watch every game, so it's very difficult for me to remember specific things like that. But was there a red card? No. Oh, there was. 97th minute. Oh, I didn't even realise that. That was the last... Yeah, no. There wasn't really a red card. There was, but there wasn't. Like, 97th minute, I wouldn't even really class as having any impact. So 20 minutes to go here, guys. Free kick here for the Wanderers. He whips it across. Chance here. Oh, back inside. Is he onside? Is he onside? It has to go. Is he onside? Is he onside? Kwame Yeboah has scored a damn well goal. It's 1-1, but I want to check the VAR first. They need to check the VAR first. Let's have a look here. It's a goal. 1-1. But let's have a look here. I think he's onside. I think he's fine. So this one's fine. Going out to the left-hand side. No, he's onside. Good goal. Kwame Yeboah. He's on fire, son. He scores a goal against the Victory, and now he scored a goal on this one. Oh, that's a good bloody goal. So it is 1-1 here. I called a draw. Come on, hold him out. Hold him out. And Martin Bradshaw's equaliser. Yeah, there we go. There's the equaliser. Dennis, we're in together, son. Let's go draw, 100%. I told ya. I said I was backing it in since before the game, and hopefully it was able to hold out like we both imagine. But 20 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. Subscribe if you are new around here. We're streaming all the time. The next stream will be on Tuesday night for Melbourne City and Sydney FC. Should be a good one. Oh, Wellington here with a chance. No. I told you Wanderers were better in the second half so far. Oh, wow, that was bad there from... Is that Devlin? Oh, well, there we go. Devlin does get the ball back. Devlin gets the ball back. Chance here. Get the ball to the right. Get the ball. Have a shot. Oh, it's a goal. It's 2-1. It's 2-1 Wellington. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. He's offside. Oh, my God. It was 2-1 Wellington, but it's offside. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was 2-1. It was offside. You're kidding, bros. You're kidding. That's a good shot too. It should have been played way earlier. 100%. I was complaining about Devlin not passing it way earlier as well. 100%, man. Charlie Johnson says, unpopular opinion, New Zealand would beat Australia right now in football due to having the likes of Chris Wood, Singe, Kakashi, and Joe Bell. Absolutely not. New Zealand, the last time they beat us was what, like 20 years ago? Absolutely not. When was the last time New Zealand beat Australia? Shit, man. No, mate. No, mate. But I hope he plays. Because there's a reason why New Zealand decides to go through the Oceania route and not the Asia route. They have the option to go through the Asia route, but they choose to go through the Oceania route, which is why the Wellington Phoenix can never play the ACL, right? So, that's why New Zealand will not beat Australia, because they still choose to go through the pussy route. Martin Bradshaw says, happy to see the vlogs are back. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm so excited. Next week, I got 2 vlogs. Next week, I got Wanderers versus Mariners from Bankwest, and then also Sydney FC versus MacArthur at Cogra. That should be a good one. Someone who says, whoever said New Zealand back in Australia in football is full of nonsense, and to beat Australia in New Zealand in football is full of nonsense. I'm a New Zealander. Yeah, 100%. And I'm not insulting New Zealand there, man. I'd love to see New Zealand do well, but there's a reason why they choose to go the Oceania route and not the Asia route, because they're not good enough to go the Asia route over the Oceania route. Because New Zealand doesn't get the funding compared, Australia doesn't get the funding necessarily, but they get more funding than New Zealand. It all comes down to financials. Every league and every sport, every part of the world, all comes down to the investments and the financials from the government, from the country, and from the supporter base. And unfortunately, I would not say New Zealand beat Australia right now in football, no. Adrian Tans says Australia COVID's under control. Yeah, man, we have pretty much had it under control for a long time. It's just a part of the. It's just about the bloody government nowadays. Are we still on right now? Oh, we're back. I don't know what's going on here. We back? Put my hand up. Yeah, we're back. Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened there. It's just about control now from the government. If the virus has been under control for literally ever. Yeah, Joey, I will be watching the Oz Open final after. I'm looking forward to it. I hope Medvedev gets up, man. Oh, wait, who's he playing? Is he playing? No, who is Medvedev playing? I called Medvedev to be in the final. I called Medvedev to win the whole tournament before the tournament started. But I also said that TM got knocked out. I said it was going to be a TM versus Medvedev final, but TM got knocked out. Tay John says, but player for player, it isn't too different. Australia's golden era is over, and New Zealand has some serious talent. Brother, nah, you're overrating your team. I'm sorry. I would love New Zealand to do well, but no. Australia's golden era, brother. Firstly, you haven't seen either of these two teams play in over a year and a half. A year and a half. You can't tell me that you know Australian football right now when you don't even know what teams have been put out. You don't even know our teams. Like, we haven't seen anyone play for a year and a half. Like, where is this conversation coming from? Like, the last time I watched New Zealand play, I'm pretty certain they lost. Like, New Zealanders are happy with their draws in a World Cup. With their 3 draws, they went undefeated. Congratulations. Like, draws. Like, that tells you what the thought process is of the comparison. Like, it's great to believe in your team. I back it in. But don't say something ridiculous like you're going to beat a team that puts a lot more financial investments into the game. If you're talking about rugby union, All Blacks. All Blacks, 100%. All Blacks, 100%. I wish I could say differently, but All Blacks, 100%. Even though we beat you in the last game we played you. The point of the matter is that it comes down to financial investments. I'm sorry, but New Zealand are not beating Australia right now, considering they haven't even beaten Australia. I don't even think they've drawn with Australia in like literally 20 years. Oh, Chancey Wanderers! Oh, it's a goal. It's 2-1. The Wanderers are leading 2-1. The Wanderers are leading 2-1. It's 2-1 Wanderers. It's 2-1 Wanderers. No, the sound hasn't gone off. We're here. I can still see the sound gone. It's 2-1 Wanderers, lads. Wow, and we can see dribble coming from Kamau's face. Good goal. Fine goal, you know. Fine goal, my friend. You know, so Wanderers were down 1-0, and now they're up 2-1. And this is what I was trying to say to people, like, you know, can Wellington hold out? I thought it was going to be a draw. I said 2-2 at the beginning of the game, so I still could be right, but I just don't know if Wellington can score again, to be honest with you. But, you know, Mitchell Duke comes on, and Kamau was the guy that came on, Kamau was the guy that came on and really made a difference to this team. You know, Kamau really made a difference whilst coming on. Carlos Atkins says, New Zealand don't follow football. It will never be liked. We see it as a girls' sport. Come on now. Well, yeah, to be fair, I'm not even going to argue it, you know. Like, I know Kiwis love their rugby, you know. It's just simple as that. It just doesn't get the financial investments. You know, you can have the great players all you like, but firstly, who's your manager? Secondly, you know, do you know the tactics of the team? Thirdly, will the players even work together? And fourthly, there's a reason why you go through Oceania and not through Asia. Maradovic will come off here for Lakoli Ngoy. By the way, I'm not insulting you. I'm just kind of giving you an added perspective into why you're wrong. At the same time, it's still my opinion, bros. Until we see them play, which we don't see them play, because you choose to go the pussy route, you know, until we see them play, we can't even really be having this conversation. But if you're going to go based on the past, which is all we can go off, Australia win. Like, Diaz is clear goal. Yeah, it's a clear goal. Yeah, it's a good goal. Good goal there. Bacchus is injured here, though. He looks like he's done his hammy or something like that. Oh, no, he's fine. He's screaming in pain, but he looks like... He's got it straight back up. All right. Joey says, I just saw a Bitcoin ad on TV. Can you explain why? Because Bitcoin did well today, I'm pretty sure. If I had the money, I would invest, but in the same sense, like, it's still gambling. So 12 minutes to go here, guys. It is 2-1 to the Wanderers. But Wellington here with a chance from just outside the box. Come on, one goal from the Wellington to make it 2-2, and that is exactly perfect score prediction. Oh, chance here! Oh, it's a goal! It's actually 2-2. It's actually 2-2. It's a goal. Wellington has scored. It's 2-2. Louis Fenton. 2-2. I called it. Hopefully they hold out for 11 minutes, but I've called this exactly right if this stays like this. It's 2-2, lads. It's actually 2-2. Considering it was 1-0 like 10 minutes ago. Or 15 minutes ago. Wowee. Diaz, you short. Bro, it's a goal. Louis Fenton puts that into the top left-hand corner of the net. I'm telling you, it is a goal, my friend. Wanderers fans would not be happy about that one. Amelia K says, not even 5 minutes with King Duke on the pitch and we've taken back the lead. Yeah, well, wouldn't hold that one too highly just yet. So it is 2-2 right now. Martin Bradshaw says, I get the feeling Blade's on fire with his predictions. I've done well this weekend. I'm not always that great, but I've done well this weekend. I called Adelaide to win. I said if anyone was going to win that game, I'd go, oh, no, Chancey Wellington, though. Wellington here away. Could make it 3-2. Oh, no. That's going to be saved by the keeper. Very close. And VAR might look a penalty, but I don't think it should be a penalty. And VAR will be very cautious to call penalties now as well. But I did say Western United would win if there was going to be a winner. I said that Brisbane Roar probably get a draw. And I did say Jets win. So, you know, I've done pretty okay. But in the same sense, I did call a draw for the MacArthur Western United. But I said if anyone was going to win, it was going to be the non-favourite. But Wanderers here. The game's opened up. Oh! He's going to miss it. It's going to go for a goal kick. But this game has just opened up here, lads. This game is just flowing right now, son. So go and hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. But geez, a couple of comebacks in both these teams here. How many likes are we on? We're on 56 likes right now. 4 likes away from 60. Hit that thumbs up button right damn well now. Right now. I'm telling you right now. Hit that thumbs up button. Domain Royale says, I hope Wellington win 3-2. It'd be good to see. You know, Wellington very much struggled this year, but in the same sense, the Wanderers are, you know, they're trying to play for that first place right now. So, Barayudi says, Wanderers to win 2-3. Do they bounce back from that goal, though? Do they bounce back from that goal? CJ Moxley says, come on, Wanderers secure a win. This has been a good game to watch, but like I'm telling you, A-League really is at a prime right now. A-League really, watching it in general, is a prime. I heard a lot of people say that yesterday's Raw Sydney game was great. I personally didn't enjoy it as much as other people did, but in the same sense, the quality was still better than what we've seen in recent years. The overall competition has improved. Chance here, Kamau gets a ball to the left-hand side, and that's gone, buddy, so far into the buddy, over the buddy. It's gone into the ocean, put it that way. It's gone into the ocean. It's gone into the ocean, Wollongong. Declan Smith says, 10 minutes to go. This game is great. It's a great game. It's a great game. Have we hit 60 likes yet? That's the main question here. That's the main question. We're on 57 likes. We need 3 more likes for 60. Right now. Right now. Domin Rail says Wellington 3-2. Good game, but that's the main thing. That's all we need to see with the A-League, son. You know, we don't need the primo over the primo players. We just need to have some damn well fun, you know. We need to watch a game that we can enjoy. You know, 2017 through 2020 was dog shit. You know, the whole league was just not fun to watch. Even as a Sydney FC fan, I think you'd obviously be happy with it, I guess. But the same, you'd won 2 years in a row. But even as Sydney FC fans, like surely you got to admit, like those years were probably the shittest A-League years we've ever witnessed. Sydney FC were great. I'm not denouncing their win at all. But like it was just shithouse years. In Greenwood, what's your name? Blaze, mate. B-L-A-Z-E. Ooh, that's a good defensive move there from the Wanderers, from the Phoenix, and that will be a free kick to the Phoenix. Phoenix with the free kick. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Phoenix with the free kick. Na-na-na-na-na-na. Dennis, I love it. Dennis and I, we're backing in. We're backing in the draw here. You know, we called it from ages ago, and we're backing it in still. Come on, the lads. And especially the 2-2. So Wanderers here with the ball. 82.5 minutes gone. Just inside the attacking half here. They have been a better team in the second half. They have scored the more goals, but obviously Phoenix were able to sneak that equaliser again. I can't even believe actually the Phoenix went down 2-1 in this game. Like they were still decent even when they were not doing better in the second half. They were still decent, you know what I mean? Like, but I can't believe they actually went down 2-1. But they got back to 2-2, so fair enough. Charlie Johnson says, who's the favourite to win the NRL this season? I'll tell you the favourite. I won't tell you my favourite because my previews will come out 1 week before the NRL season starts. But the favourite is the Rabbitohs. That is the favourite. That's not my favourite. That's the favourite. It could be my favourite. Don't get me wrong. Could be my favourite, but it is the favourite. Declan Smith says, still this is a win for Wellington 3-2. This result is a win even with a 2-2. I think that they obviously want to win, but in the same sense, like getting a draw against the Wanderers right now is a good result here for the Phoenix considering their troubles this season. Martin Bradley says, when was the A-League's inception? Did I read 2005? I think it was 2005, yeah. Adelaide and Victory, I think, was the first game, first grand final. I think it was Adelaide Victory. Because that was where the rivalry started. I think it was Adelaide Victory first grand final, sorry. Big win too. But yeah, I think it was 2005 when the official A-League was started. Obviously, we've had like NPL level and stuff that's been like a national competition, but nothing of like an A-League per se. Freddie says, come on, King Duke, score a goal. Hasn't really done too much since coming on, to be completely honest with you. Look, people got to expect this, though. People got to expect that it's not going to be easy for him to just get thrown back into it. And I know all about hotel quarantine, you know what I mean? Like, I know how difficult it is to adjust back again, especially when you live in aircon for 2 weeks, right? You know, you really underestimate that. So you live in aircon for 2 weeks. It's been very hot for me since getting out. But I'm getting back and used to it now. But I've been out for a week and a half now. But he only got out on Friday, apparently. I think they said. I think he only got out on Friday, so... he would still be feeling the effects right now. His match fitness would be horrific. That's why he's only playing for 10 minutes. 5 minutes to go here, guys. Martin Bradtree says, I miss my Perth Glory. The next game they play is actually against my boys, Brisbane Roar, next week, I think, in Perth. I'll be streaming that one because I can't obviously go to Perth. I'll be streaming that one. Unless they play midweek. But I'm pretty sure the only midweek games are Sydney FC, Melbourne City, and Victory Wellington. Oh my God, Wanderers nearly had a crack there, but we'll get cleared away there by the Phoenix. Wanderers here. See Gordon, free kick. No, not going to be free kick. Not going to be free kick. Martin Bradtree says, the 15th season into its 16th season already. You do the math. Probably, yeah, 2005, 16th season. Yeah, something like 16th season or something like that, yeah. Man, sometimes I completely mind blank on what I'm talking about. So, like, when people start bringing up maths, even if it's very easy maths, like when I'm focusing on the game and talking to the chat, it's very difficult to do the maths, even if it's very simple maths. Adrian Towns says additional time, I think. Oh, it's an 86th minute here. So, additional time, Frenchie says 3 minutes. I'm going to say 4 or 5. You know why? Every single game is always 4 or 5. You know, yesterday we saw nothing in regards to added time in the first half and the second half. I saw nothing that could warrant 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But we got 4 minutes and 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So, that's how it is. Aquilina will come on here for Wilmering, for the Wanderers. And De Villa is going to be coming out here for the Phoenix, which is quite interesting. Very interesting there. CJ Moxley says, Wanderers 3-2. Come on, getting around the old Wanderers. I guess they're probably dominating the last 5 or 6 minutes or so. But it will be a goal kick here to the Phoenix. The Mick says, nah, Sydney won first. Sydney won first. Am I wrong? I thought it was Victory Adelaide. When was the Victory Adelaide one? What year was that? Are you sure? I swear the first grand final was Victory Adelaide. I could be wrong. You could be right. Can someone check that for me? Who was the first grand final between? Ian Greenwood says, what time is it in Australia? It is 7:52 p.m. in Sydney right now. 10 to 8. Charlie Johnson's come on the Phoenix. Get around him. But yeah, usually you see like 4 or 5 minutes added on regardless. So, you know, no matter what, we'll probably still got about another 8 or so minutes. Plenty of time for either team to win this, to be honest with you. Absolutely plenty of time for either team to win this. Frenchie says, who do we sing for? Mate, we sing for the Brisbane Roar, mate. We sing for the Brisbane Roar. Oh, thank you very much, Carlos Atkins. Thank you very much for the $20 dono. And he says, up the Wanderers. Getting around the old Western Sydney. Appreciate that, man. Thank you very much for the $20 dono. But I'm not too sure about the Wanderers here. Ooh, not too sure about them getting a win. But at least they're not going to lose, considering they were down 1-0. But they are the only team looking like they're attacking right now. Then again, in saying that as well, the Mariners game with Wellington Phoenix, the Mariners were the only ones attacking, and the Wellington Phoenix scored in the 87th minute or something like that, around now, basically, off a counter-attack. So you've got to be careful. Phoenix do know how to counter-attack, but De Villa was on there, to be honest, though. Amelia K says, we sing for the Brisbane Roar. Yeah, you do, Amelia. Declan Smith says, the first year was Sydney FC vs Mariners, I think. Buddy, I'm all over the shop. Well, if it was Sydney vs Mariners, then fine. But when was the victory vs Adelaide then? So, Phoenix going to clear that one away. Mick Colo says, Steve Corica scored the winner against the Mariners from a pass of Dwight Yorke. I heard about that last night too. I'm bloody stupid. I heard that last night at the game. There was one of those quiz things. All Wanderers, was that a shot from outside the box? Are you about a goose, mate? You about a goose? Why are you taking a shot from there? You about a goose, mate. You about a goose. So, a minute to go here of regulation time. Chance here. Wanderers. And Phoenix will clear this one away. Mustard Cat says, Djokovic up 2-0 with the early break. Oh, true. It's a very tough match between those two. I will be watching the... I'm not going to stream it, but I will be watching the tennis right after this. Marion Douglas' first grand final Sydney versus Mariners. So the second grand final was Victory Adelaide, if I'm right. I might be all over it. Victory Adelaide was 6-0 in Victory in 2007. That's the one I'm thinking about. Yeah. Well, I thought it was 5-0, wasn't it? Oh, I'm not even getting into that. I know it's 5 or 6 or something like that, but it's a ridiculous one. All right, so 89th minute here, still 30 seconds to go here. This regulation time, Wanderers. Oh, saved by Buddy Sale. It sailed right into the hands of Sale. Demin Rayal says, "What are your predictions on the Western Sydney Wanderers game against Adelaide United next week?" Well, Adelaide are absolute dog shit. I know they won, but they got 3 penalties and 2 of them were controversial. 2 of them were controversial. But still with a better team against the Mariners. I wouldn't be surprised with the draw, but I'll give it to Wanderers now. But look, wait for my power rankings on Wednesday. Every Wednesday, guys, I do power. It is 3 minutes. Congratulations to everybody. Congratulations to whoever guessed it. Not that you get anything, but at least you guessed it, something. But no, wait for my power rankings. I do them every single Wednesday besides last week because there was a technical issue. So 3 minutes added on here, guys. But I will discuss, obviously, next week's games and who moves up and down and whatnot. Alrighty. But I can definitely get a good feeling about where I'd place teams after this week. Lewis Fans Football says, victory versus Adelaide 06-07. Victory won 6-0. Yeah, Archie Thompson scored 5. Yeah, that's right. Because I spoke to Archie about that on the podcast. Domain Royale says, what are power rankings? So basically, man, power rankings are like me giving you an understanding about where the teams are actually based on their performances and like what they're like now rather than what the actual table suggests. So, for example, hold on, I'll try and give you an example. Hold on 1 second here. Wellington, let me finish this game first. 2 minutes to go here. Go check out the last power rankings if you want to kind of know. It's just basically like me using a multiple factors like inform, which teams they've played, are they actually looking good, are they sneaking wins when they probably shouldn't be getting it, are games behind. It adds in a lot of factors. So it's all opinion-based, but in the same sense. I love seeing your comments disagreeing or agreeing with them. But 2 minutes to go here, guys. 2 minutes to go. Have you seen how bad Schalke are? I don't really watch the German league, but that's just I don't know why I laughed. It's funny. It is funny to be honest. They used to be very good. Surely they're pretty good still. I don't know. Fanta says, why do we never win? Are you talking about Phoenix or are you talking about the Wanderers? No, Wanderers won last week. Well, it's because Phoenix... I don't know, actually. They haven't been terrible. Oh, no, don't tell me they're going to do them here. They're going to do them dirty. The Wanderers here with a chance. Oh, that was terrible there from Buddy. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible there from, not Buddy Yeboah, sorry. Last minute here, out of time. What are they doing here, the Wanderers? Well, Schalke have won 1 game this season. That's funny as. That is funny. I thought it was going to be an own goal. The angle wasn't great there. The angle wasn't great. But the header comes out for a throw-in. So there's still 40 seconds to go here. The Wanderers are the only ones attacking. The Wanderers are the only one attacking here. Lewis Fan Football says New Schalke will come last. That is Schalke. So 25 seconds left here. The Wanderers, what can they do? Surely Phoenix can't do this. As I say that, they've stuck the ball. No, it's going to be a free kick. If I'm Phoenix, I hold it out here. If I'm Phoenix, I don't play for the win, I hold it out. Carlos Atkins says, your commentary's on point. You should do this professionally. Half the people doing it now are boring. Man, I love what I do. I'm able to do my own rules and do what I want on this channel. You know what I mean? So that's why I smash it out here and don't look to, do anything else. But, I'll have a good time here talking to you guys, and that'll do us here. That'll do us here for today's video. So the game will finish 2-2, and I called that perfectly. I said it would be 2-2 at the beginning of the game. Before the game started, I said it would be 2-2. So I'm pretty happy with that one. I guess that's kind of a unordinary prediction, considering most people would have probably locked in the Wanderers to win that game, despite the fact they haven't been that great this year. I would have them in power rankings. They're in 6th. I probably wouldn't move them around too much. But then again, Melbourne City do still play on Tuesday against Sydney FC. Our next stream will be the Melbourne City versus Sydney FC game, Tuesday night. But yeah, I think it was a good game. It was a really enjoyable game to watch. I think the Wellington Phoenix would be feeling unhappy that they couldn't hold out for the 1-0 win or just hold out for the win, but they'd also be happy that they were able to come back and make it a 2-2 game to at least get a point and try and separate themselves from the victory on the bottom. It's still a result, I guess, rather than a negative result. It's just a result. Not a positive result by any means for them. Wanderers, this is probably a negative result, but then again, they're away from home, so technically, but they had more fans there, I guess. I would probably say that's a negative result for them, though, overall. I think, going forward, the Phoenix aren't that bad. They'll probably still come bottom 3, and that's basically down to the fact that, thank you very much for the dono, Duffies, the $1 dono, thank you very much. But that's basically down to the fact that, they have no home games, and they're just going to continue to struggle because, firstly, the confidence right now is down. They need to get a win. They straight up need to get a win. Who do they play next, actually? Let's have a look. Let's have a look quickly who they play next, to see how they'll be going next weekend. So Phoenix play a victory. That's right. Phoenix play a victory on Wednesday. That could be the game. That could be the game they get back into the winner's circle. But then again, victory at home, different story. But in the same sense, it's a little bit of a difficult one there. Still difficult, despite the fact that victory aren't that good at all. They're shockingly shithouse this year. But Phoenix should be winning that game. So if they don't win that game on Wednesday, alarm bells will be going bang, 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 bang. And the Wanderers, they're going to be... their next game is actually next week, and I'll be at that. So I won't be streaming it. I'll be vlogging it at the stadium. Western Sydney Wanderers versus the Central Coast Mariners. Very good game there from Bankwest the next Saturday night. So that vlog will come out for you guys on Sunday. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, go down there, hit that subscribe button. We post every day here. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget, I put out my most recent vlog, the Brisbane Roar versus Sydney FC game yesterday. So go and check that one out now. The pinned comment in the chat is my most recent vlog. And, I think that's going to do us. Is there anything I need to read in the chat? Great job from Martin Bradstreet. Legends. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to jump off, and I will see you guys probably... I'll see you guys tomorrow for an NRL video, but Tuesday's when the next stream is. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.